Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. It's Thursday. It's Korner Booth pregame.
Hey, this thing on? Hello, testing.
No debate, cause it's all. I'm too official, got the drip, I got the sauce. Bring the proof when it's time to tell the truth. I'll be at the corner booth, find me in the corner booth, yeah. Still standing and defiant. Slay the competition, cause I'm walking like a giant.
What's up, Twitter world? There's my little OJ.
He's got an autographed OJ photo.
Has anybody heard the story about the Glizzy guy?
He fits today's generation. Like,
Oh yeah, speaking of lady basketball players, Lola Bunny, bonkable. Yes or no?
Ladies and gentlemen, happy Thanksgiving from all of us here, obviously, at the Korner Podcast, Korner with Pregame, Belly Up Sports, yada, yada, yada. Good show to you tonight. Obviously, this is not our usual Korner with Pregame time. Today, we're doing it on a Tuesday. For those of you who know back in history, we've been doing this for about 4 years since 2020, where obviously, nobody's doing a show on Thanksgiving. So we decided to smash together on Tuesday with our Monday show, which obviously gave us time to look at the great Monday Night Football game that should have happened, but really didn't. All I'm saying is John Harbaugh and Stat Patford are the reason I lost this week in fantasy in my family league. But I can mourn another day. At least I got some good beer and some good people with us tonight. First off, joining us is my co-host. With the cleverly written title of Fire the Owner. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a Swagoo host, Anthony's father, Matt Ordazzo.
What's going on, everybody? I am also in that same boat of fantasy losses due to Monday night's game. I had a 20. No, that was the wrong league. I was down by 40, and I had Justin Herbert and Derrick Henry, and I scored 37, something like that. So I lost by anywhere from 3 to 5 points. Let's be honest. I mean, you have 140 rushing yards. You don't get one touchdown. Justin Herbert has 200 something passing yards. He only got one rushing touchdown. If there was just either a touchdown scored by either, I would have won by a point or two.
If Justin Herbert QB sneaked that, I win by 1 point. But instead I lose by 6 or 5.5. And I'm very upset. I sit there and I have Gus Edwards also on one other team, but that team I was winning by so much I didn't care because I had Josh Jacobs, AJ Brown, and Jalen Hurts. I was like, I think it's Steelers defense. So I was already set. I was beating this dude by at least 40. And I'm like, oh, cool. Gus Edwards scored, but that just means that Justin Herbert didn't. Oh, God damn it. All right. Well, so luckily for me, I was smart in advance. It's a 10-team league with a bunch of teams that are all 5-7, and one team is 9-3, and one other team that's 8-2 or 8-4. So since most of them are new to fantasy, because it's all my family members, I made an 8-team playoff, so I'm not eliminated from playoff contention, which is great. But at the same time, the name of my league in that league, my name of my team is Jared Can't Draft, because that draft I did horrible. I was awful, just terrible. So I'm scraping by thanks to the likes of like the Darnell Mooney's world. I want to jettison Jonathan Taylor into the sun at this point. So that's a whole nother topic. But speaking of topics, we got two great guests tonight. But first, we got in the background, we got the main man, Dark Nate himself. What's up, buddy?
Hi there. How's it going?
Wow, you got really pitchy with that voice crack real fast.
yeah, I'm off today, so
Nice.
it's nice to be here with you all, and have a good Tuesday and have a great show, boys. I'm excited.
Yeah. Inexplicably Aston is our fourth member of our merry band. I don't know where he is. I'm just gonna assume Chris was caught in an airplane strike somewhere, or he's fighting off terrorists on a global scale. I don't know. He'll figure out some excuse for it, or he just completely forgot we have the show he's playing Fortnite. But he'll figure it out. We'll figure it out later. Speaking of which, here's his best friend, co-host of High Low Sports, a regular on this podcast, and the self-proclaimed Thanos of the Corner Booth parlays, ladies and gentlemen, Kelsey Coyne.
Man, corner booth parlays, my own parlay, my own picks last week.
You
Just the
went
Thanos.
6 last week.
You know what? I'm worse than Thanos because I went 0-6, so I couldn't even get half right. So yeah, I mean, take for that for what it's worth. I mean,
You couldn't get any of the stones, my good sir.
nah,
If
I'm Hulk
I
right
didn't
now, and I
listen
just
to
got beat
you-
up by Thanos.
If I didn't listen to you and I went with my gut, which was go with Ohio State, but then take Kansas.
You wanted any excuse to listen to me. That's what it was.
I know. I
Not my
wanted
fault.
to take them so bad because I hate Ohio State. And our
Matt
next
called
guest-
it. Matt said that you guys would just randomly pick one just because you wanted to. So this is what happens.
And our next guest also is a Midwestern boy himself. He's from the state of Nebraska, which obviously shots to the Cornhuskers. They're bowl eligible for the first time since Dominican Sue was playing, basically. But this guy's not a Husker. He's a Sooner who pulled off one of the best upsets of the season. And it wasn't just an upset. Excuse my language. It was an effing ass whooping, man. They put belt to ass all day. Ladies and gentlemen, host of Riding to the Occasion podcast, our good friend and diehard Sooner faithful, Josh Mahler.
Can we also admit that Oklahoma just looked a lot better than Alabama, and not just that Alabama didn't play good? Because I think that's the big narrative right now that I'm hearing is that Alabama just had such a bad game. Their players just couldn't piece anything together. Now Danny Stutzman was just on top of Jalen Milroe and he couldn't run the ball. But now I'm having a good time. And not really Nebraska quite, but I'm right on the border. So you might as well say Nebraska, Iowa, right there on the border. So
yeah. Listen, at that point, it all becomes some similar state with just a couple city states.
It's all corn. It's all corn. That's all it is. So
corn and wheat. But I will say this is an outsider perspective. Alabama looked confused, not well coached, and it looked like they quit early. Whereas Oklahoma, I don't know how you're a UFC guy, Josh. Maybe you'll remember this. I don't know if you remember the Jones Cormier fight 2017, where it looked like Cormier was kind of in the fight, and then Jones landed one punch. It was like a shark pouncing on a seal. That's how this game looked, because it looked like they were kind of both scrapping, and then it just one hit, and it was like the floodgates opened. I'm not saying that Oklahoma is a better team top to bottom, but they played better. They were better coached by Brent Venables, and they had a better performance, and they have better character. Nick Saban has to be ashamed of this team he left Kalen DeBoer, because it was pitiful. I'm sorry. I try to root for Bama because I have a lot of friends who are Bama grads, and obviously a lot of Bama players play for my pro team. But damn, man. God damn, man. That was ugly. Like,
I think you're right,
I'm a Hurricanes fan. I've seen ugly performances, and that was woo.
I think you're right too. I feel like second half they come out, Jalen Milroe throws a quick pick. That kind of hurt. But then it looked like, man, they're fired up and they will really want to bounce back right now. And then he throws the pick six. That was like the final blow. That's when I lost it. And I was like, man, we're gonna beat Bama on this year, and like I will say, I'll put this out there before we move on. Storming the field before that game just felt like such a silly thing. I hated when teams storm the field, but after being in that situation as an Oklahoma fan, you go through everything that you go through all season long with 5 wide receivers out. You lost your 6th in that game, your top wide receivers, 4 offensive linemen in and out of the lineup constantly throughout the season. And then on top of that, you can't get
7-5 in conference play.
Yeah, I mean, you just can't do anything right, it seems like. And all season long just felt like the total opposite of what you expected for your inaugural season. And everything was just falling apart. You have to get rid of your offensive coordinator midseason. Then on top of that, I don't know if you guys know, but Brent Venables' wife, she had her cancer come back and she had surgery that week prior. And so that was sucky news for Sooner fans, knowing that your coach is going through that. And then it's senior night on top of it. And all of that just built up to not just, like you said, not just beating Alabama, who is, still one of the top teams in college football, but laying a smackdown specifically on defense the way that you did kind of reassured Oklahoma fans that, hey, you know what? We did have a team all season long. It's just they were all sitting on the sidelines, and if we would have had the right scheme put together on offense, maybe we could have brought some of that out, and it was frustration all building up to that point where, you know what, go ahead. And what sucked was that they rushed the field too soon. So it wasn't just a $100,000 fine. It was a $200,000 fine for rushing the field twice. So that was pretty fun to find out.
I still think my favorite rushing the field twice incident was Arizona State.
That was bad. But I mean,
so
at the same time, I don't feel like that one's fair to fine them twice because, like, to their knowledge, they thought it was all done. They clicked it down to 0 on the clock. So,
I mean, to be fair, that was the worst clock management I saw all weekend, hands down.
Yeah, that was really bad. And I don't know. In my personal opinion, you just punt the ball and trust that your team's going to be able to pin them backwards. But that was pretty silly.
By the way, you guys missed the best multiple storming of the fields if you go back a couple years. BYU Utah.
I don't remember
they had to call the game off and back on 4 different times. Yeah.
So BYU is just known for this.
Yeah. This is a BYU problem. It's been a BYU
even though it
problem
was Arizona State that did it. I mean, BYU caused it, right? So
yeah. So no, and honestly, I got to thank Josh's team because it gives me hope for this weekend. Because Auburn and Oklahoma played a tight game, I got to see firsthand how good Oklahoma can be. Yeah, and that was when they were trying to figure it out early in the season. So this Oklahoma team to do that to Alabama gives me a little hope that Auburn can pull it off in the Iron Bowl.
And in that game, I'll be honest, I was on this train all season long. I'm going to stand behind Hawk if he's in there as starting quarterback. I didn't like the fact that they started him against Auburn. I felt like he did just okay again in Auburn. He shouldn't have been in as a starter against Texas, and it kind of proved itself. How he didn't get pulled in the second half of Texas was amazing to me. And then South Carolina, you probably win South Carolina if he doesn't turn the ball over 3 times straight. So, I mean, basically just giving up, 21 points right away. Just ridiculous.
He's dynamic. He's one of those guys. He just needs to learn. Like, he's dynamic and can learn quickly. But yeah, it doesn't. You have a guy there that's just next level. I don't know why Oklahoma didn't figure it out sooner. But hey, hindsight.
Fair.
Yeah,
enough.
I felt like a lot of it went on hindsight after that Alabama game.
Yeah. Alabama honestly, when you can beat Alabama, and I can say this at firsthand knowledge as well. When you are a down season, you can beat Alabama. It makes you feel a lot better about how your team looks going into next year, especially late in the season beating Alabama. I don't care who the coach is.
Well,
it just feels good.
To reach bowl eligibility isn't a big thing for Oklahoma fans too, and that's kind of the cool thing. It doesn't mean anything to make a bowl game, but the fact that everything building up this year the way that it did, and it looked like we were going to look at a 5-7 season and march right out, and we were thinking there's probably going to be basically a completely new team next year because you're going to have kids transfer out. You're going to maybe push some kids away, like Jackson Arnold, that I really hope we don't end up pushing away because I see the potential there. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty crazy to end up with that type of win. I think it's the how you beat Alabama, not necessarily beating Alabama, but how you beat them. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Oh, it's amazing.
All right. Moving on, got a little more college news. Colorado Buffaloes go down to the Kansas Jayhawks, who have become the thorn in the side of every favored Big 12 team they've played the last couple of weeks. So right now, last time I checked, thank you for correcting my grammatical error.
I was wondering who forgot to hit the Control B on that one.
That'd be me. So I'll ask you guys this quick. So we're covering obviously the Jayhawks took down the Buffaloes last weekend, or this past weekend. I believe right now the Sun Devils have the lead in. I think it's Sun Devils have the tiebreakers, and then I believe it's IU, then BYU, or BYU, then IU. ISU, I mean.
ISU. I think that sounds about right.
Yeah, and then Colorado comes in fourth. And this is so messed up, and I'm sorry that.
No, yeah, it's Arizona State, Iowa State, BYU, Colorado, Baylor.
Yeah, I'm sorry that this comes off a little calloused, but dude, nothing made me happier to watching Colorado go down to Kansas. I am so sick of Shador. I love Travis. I think Travis is a cool, fun thing that's happening in college football. He doesn't deserve to win the Heisman. In order of who I think deserves to win, it's Genty, Ward, Gabriel, Hunter. You can kind of swap Gabriel Hunter depending on who
you're not biased at all.
No, but the fact that Cam Ward got snubbed for the Maxwell Award over Dylan Gabriel when he has better stats in every category than him pissed me off a little bit.
I don't think it's necessarily all about stats. I think this year You know, I mean, I'm one of those guys that I do believe winning does matter, not necessarily, but like last year, it just didn't feel right giving it to a dude that's got 3 losses, and I know he put up video game stats over a guy that did what he needed to do to get his team to a national championship and put him on his shoulders and Penix. You know, and I'm not against giving it to Daniels last year. I didn't feel right about
All right, then
taking.
don't move the
I
damn
felt like
goalpost for my
Penix got
quarterback.
snubbed. This year, I feel like Dylan Gabriel is in that mix. Obviously, I think the clear runner, like the clear front runner, is Ashton Genty, and he's got it. I would say Travis Hunter deserves to be right up there behind him, and honestly, even put Shador in the mix somewhere in the top 5, maybe. But
Yeah.
I mean,
He should still be behind Gabriel or Ward, not even close.
Well, I mean, I understand with the stats, and look at his offensive line. He's putting up big stats with an offensive line that cannot save him at all. You know, like they do not help him out one bit. But I put you know, Travis Hunter right behind Ashton Genty, because I feel like Ashton Genty, he's a running back. He's doing what he needs to do, and he's doing it better than anyone else in the nation with a team that is, you know, relies on him. And then, you know, Travis Hunter, I feel like a lot of the attention gets looked over to him because of how many snaps he's playing, not because of how quality those snaps are. And personally, I think he only puts in like 40% effort on defense. I don't feel like he's in there every play. I don't feel like he's putting that elite effort every play on defense. So, I mean, and even on offense, I feel like he only gives maybe a 70% effort, where I think 70% of the time he's elite, not really 100% of the time. So, you know, he puts up some good numbers on offense. Defense, I don't really see enough over there to be like, oh, but look at the quality on defense. Yeah, he plays a lot of snaps. That's really
he's not
impressive.
playing lockdown. Like he's a good corner. He's an athletic freak, but it's like not, you're not like, oh my God, he's putting on a freaking. It's not like watching like when we saw like Sauce Gardner at Cincinnati, or like any of the guys coming out of Alabama or LSU, whatever. Any of these top ranked defensive backs.
I don't put him in the top 10 cornerbacks in college football right now.
No, but he's a top 10 wide receiver.
Yeah, I would say he's a top 10 wide receiver. Yeah,
throw him in the Blitnikoff list, no question. But like,
it's I think it's a combination though of what you were saying. I think it's he's not the best corner, but when you take his corner stats and put him next to his receiver stats, you have a top 10 receiver, and you have I think it's safe to say top 15 corner. He's not a 20.
Top 20.
I don't think he's below 20. I think we'll cap it there. But if you put those two together, I mean, he's top 10 receiver though, and he's not 10. He's probably not 9. He's probably not 8 or 7 or 6 or 5. But he's so high up there that you combine the two. It's hard to argue the fact that he is doing more than any other player, including his own quarterback, who's doing more with less. But his quarterback's able to do more with less because of Travis Hunter. Like if you put Travis Hunter on LSU, I think LSU goes undefeated this year as far as offensively. I don't think Nussmeier has any problem throwing it to anybody, but you have Travis Hunter, and that's the difference maker there. You put him on you put him on any team to be any sort of quality, just a receiver only. He's a game breaker in the college game. You put him as Cam Ward's number 1 receiver, then I can give you Cam Ward as the Heisman Trophy favorite. But I'm not giving you Cam Ward until
Cam Ward's number 1 receiver is higher ranked than him on the Blitnikoff list, but he still got snubbed. But
the impressive thing about him is that he does take all those snaps on defense, and I do think he's an elite receiver, has the capability of being an elite receiver. If he were to focus on just receiver, just imagine like how good he really could be. I think that's the case for him having so many snaps. But I don't see it on defense to be like, oh, he's such a great defender, because I've seen him get the top blown off, several times. And
he gets caught flat-footed a lot on tape.
And he misses tackles. He doesn't make good angles. I've watched the film on him on defense. I don't really like him as a defender. If I was a coach, I'm not letting you play on defense personally, because I just don't think you're that great over there. You can make a great catch, and that's what I think they look in him. Not really the coverage, not really anything else that goes into being a defender personally. And so I put Genty above him for that though.
Yes, I think we're all in agreement. Genty's number 1. I don't think anybody should. I think that if anybody that thinks Genty's should not be number 1, I have questions for you about what you're watching, or if you need the same classes that the referees need. But
no, but I want to play devil's advocate just for fun.
Well, hold on. Okay, go ahead, Nate.
I just want to. No, I just have a question. Do you all consider the conference that Gianti plays in terms of the Heisman race?
But then, if we really want to knock Genty off that list, I'd still put Ward, Gabriel, over him easily. Really want to talk about conference.
I think
because technically Shador Travis Hunter plays in the worst of the Power Four. So I mean,
I would argue
actually
that
arguably
I
not
actually,
the worst this year.
I would argue that I actually like what Boise State has done, the opponents that they've gone against, more than Indiana.
they played Oregon. They played two other.
I'd say more than Notre Dame. I'd also say more than USC. I'd also say
to
Iowa State.
To go towards Jared's point too, they played Oregon and lost by 3 points. Ohio State lost to Oregon by 1 point. Indiana just lost to Ohio State by 34 points or something like that.
Too much.
So I mean, if you really want to compare game to game, I mean, Washington State's always one of those tricky, fast teams. They played them. Even Georgia Southern is a tough team that's going to catch you. They're going to catch any FBS team flat-footed every once in a while. San Diego State, UNLV's had a really good season. San Jose State has had a decent season. They just had a tough win against Wyoming, and then going forward, they got Oregon State still, and then of course whoever they play in the Mountain West Championship. You can only do so much with your schedule. The crazy thing is, go look at the rest of the roster for Boise State. That's what makes it even more impressive that Gentee's able to put up the stats that he puts up, because everyone else is putting up some really good stats around him too. So, I mean, I just kind of throw that in there, where I feel like you can only do so much. And honestly, I think I like Boise as a lock-in more than any Big 12 team into the playoffs this year, personally.
Yeah, I think Josh is exactly right. But no, Nate, to answer your question, no. Conference shouldn't matter when you're talking D1. Okay. And the reason why is you're not going against scrubs. Pretty much everybody on a FBS, or I guess FCS, whatever we are, FBS level program is at least a 2 to 3 star recruit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very rare do you see a 1 or 0 star recruit, Justin Jefferson being an outlier in all these conversations, who was a 0 star until he got to his senior year when they finally gave him stars. That doesn't happen often. Ashton Genty is a guy who is out here putting up records. You can probably find the stat. I don't know if you can find it, Nate, and pop it up on the screen, but it's something like 150 yards and a touchdown every game for the last 12 games, or some stupid, not 12, sorry, 7 or 8 games, whatever it is. It's something along those lines where he set an FBS record for the most rushing yards and 1 touchdown in a game in consecutive games. And he has an off night, and we're still talking about $125. And that's just astronomically crazy to think about. That's high school numbers where guys get, look at this. 128 yards is his least amount of yards against UNLV in a close win with a touchdown.
That's considered shutting him down, by the way.
The 127 yard game against Portland State, I believe 11 touches. He was out by halftime. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one. These games are crazy. When you think you talk about video game numbers, this guy is doing what some of the best high school running backs did against 1A talent when they're at 7As. This is just that type of power difference and ability difference for him amongst guys that should not be that big of a difference. This is just crazy to see. So you talk about the Heisman, it should be the best athlete, the best player in the college game, despite where they play at. I think that's important to always call out. Back Syracuse has how many Heisman Trophy winners in their career? 3, 4.
And he's averaging 187 yards per game.
Crazy.
That's insane. It's stupid. 7.5 yards per carry. 27 rushing touchdowns on the season. I mean, the dude is crazy. He reminds me of Saquon a lot in some of the ways he runs.
Honestly,
before we jump to this, Jared, I did just want to point out one thing. You talked about Cam Ward and his yardage and why that's so important. If that's important, Kyle McCord's a better quarterback than Cam Ward.
I didn't say just yardage. I said touchdowns.
Stats matter, right? Stats matter.
Stats do matter, but also the fact is he turned a average to, at best, Miami team last year into going to the 1 win away from the ACC title game. And Kyle McCord, by the way, I watched in one game through 5 interceptions, 3 of them for pick sixes.
I'm just saying, if stats matter, and you want to boil it down to stats mattering, Kyle McCord is a better quarterback.
There are exceptions to every argument, and Kyle McCord is one of them. He was awful.
You're using the one exception for the Heisman Trophy right now. It should be the best player, period.
No.
Wins do matter.
This is more for getting second and third place behind Genty. That's the way I look at it at this point. Ashton Genty's having an incredible career. I'm just saying the disrespect that Cam Ward has been getting is a little ridiculous.
Can you be
because
disrespected as a third in the voting candidacy? Like, if you're third in the
I
Heisman Trophy
consider
race,
that
are
with
you
the
really
fact
being
that he's
disrespected?
behind Ashton Genty, who might be one of the greatest running backs we've seen in decades in college football,
And
Travis Hunter,
one
a
of the
guy-
most efficient quarterbacks in college football today, 74% completion rate or 73.8. That means something compared to 63% completion rate.
But Gabriel has only 20 touchdowns on the year.
Right, but how many rushing touchdowns does he have? How many games has he blown out and been taken out in the second quarter, third quarter? You know, these things do matter in college football. How many times has this guy beat a team by 40 and been pulled out in the third quarter? You're not going to rack up the same amount of touchdowns when you're not fighting against Iowa versus, Cam Ward's out here playing to the death against Georgia Tech.
Yeah,
Like,
and-
he's
and-
gonna.
and the-
I want to forget about the Georgia Tech game because honestly, we play them again. We're running them off the damn field. Moving on. Sunday Night Football was a master class in how to run the football and how to block. Jeff Stoutland University is alive and well, ladies and gentlemen. Saquon Barkley, what was it, 205 yards before contact? Holy shit, man! Like I'm sorry. Like if you have a kid or you're coaching like your nephew, kid, neighborhood kids, whatever, you will say, "Hey, listen, you want to watch offensive linemen play? Just turn on an Eagles game for about a half hour. Just watch everyone from Mailata to Juergens to Lane Johnson, who arguably will be the greatest right tackle in our generation. Even Mekhi Becton's having a great season if you look at him on tape. Here's the kicker. Dude, he's got so much room to run behind, and he's just cooking. 255 on the ground. I believe 302 total yards, 2 touchdowns, both 70+. The Eagles stomped the Rams. Trust me, that garbage time touchdown by Stat Pafford, all it did was just kill my fantasy season. I will say this, though. Listen, Saquon is a sensational talent, and I don't think this is really on. And I thought at this point today, because I was listening to McAfee about, like, they were talking about this game. They were talking about this with Belichick, and they were talking about this with Shefty. Belichick kind of brought up a point about how, like, Saquon is basically getting the crap beat out of him by the time he gets the ball handed off to him. And so they were talking about that Saquon's injury availability was kind of like his biggest Achilles heel. But if I'm correct, he never really got hurt in college.
Saquon?
Saquon. I don't believe
he had an ankle injury his senior year, but that was nothing major.
Yeah, but he played through it. Like, it was like minor
stuff. Oh, no,
he
took a game out.
Yeah.
But
it wasn't a big game. It was like I think it was like Iowa at the time.
Yeah, it was some smaller game that they
I was
played.
gonna say smaller in school, right? So here's my point. What if it's a bunch of factors why Saquon couldn't stay healthy with the Giants? Awful offensive line. Because Nate, I mean, you can attest this as a Giants fan. The last time you guys had a good offensive line, you were in elementary school. Yeah, we're talking Eli Super Bowls here.
That's correct.
And
that was still a questionable line.
The second worst turf in football behind the Houston Texans at what the hell is that stadium?
Third worst.
NRG.
Mm-hmm.
Third worst playing field. Let's not forget FedEx Field still exists.
Oh yes, FedEx Field. Poop pipes and falling bleachers. Speaking of which, this man told me he was on the can when he realized we were recording. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now, the comedian of the Korner Booth podcast. He is one of the funniest dudes I know, former host of Weird Alpha Lip Off, and has 1,000 different nicknames, including La Crispy, Melvin Dew, and many others. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Lipoff.
Yo. I was in the shower, actually. Thought the show was at 7. So
what were you doing? What were you doing in the shower?
He had to
shut up, Nate. We're not reiterating that text message you sent the group.
Kelly, I had my phone on listening to music, and then Kelly Clarkson came on, so I hit an encore. So I was in the shower a little bit longer than I should have.
What song? The Stronger song? The What Doesn't
Since You've Been Gone. Big hit.
See, that's the jam. That's classic.
Chris, it's bittersweet to report, but I did not die from cellulitis, so I will be keeping everything I promised to you.
I was hoping for the Jeff Cap. Doing well, though.
Oh, and there goes Nate's leading the picks competition.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I promised
Yeah,
Nate
just Matt passed.
my first round pass or my first round place on the pick'ems if I pass from cellulitis because I kept hitting my funny bone today. But I did not die from cellulitis.
Nate would
so I
go
hope
from
you
fourth to
retaining
first so
place.
fast.
Oh, I was.
I almost got.
Oh, darn.
I
I
almost
think,
caught trench
Chris almost-
foot at that music festival I went to like a month ago. That thing hasn't been around since like World War II. I was, like I said, I was in the rain for like hours on end. So
Dude, that was me today, bro.
Thought
What
I
kind
was
of
gonna
boot
get
were you
trench
using? Like boots?
foot.
We had
Turns out I did it.
sneakers on. Do you have like boots on, or you?
I
have
had
sneakers
Adidas sneakers on.
Rookie
cooked.
mistake, brother.
I had
All I
sneakers.
was
I had,
Adidas
I had to
sneakers.
do it. I had to do a yard.
I had foam posits.
Oh God. Oh, wait, foam posits are waterproof.
No, they're not.
Foam
No,
posits above the seams are.
No, they're not.
Oh, I was kidding. I actually had Adidas shoes. I just, I had a pair of foam
Matt,
posits back at the hotel.
My
I
Nike
could've
foam
worn.
posit pros.
Would've been
I stepped in a
destroyed.
puddle that deep. No water.
Pros, yes. Foam posits
had
as
the
a whole,
Weatherman.
no.
Oh,
So
I had
that's the
foam posits.
ones.
Weathermans were so clean.
Yeah, that's
There's,
the foam ones.
There's two things I gotta say about the Saquon situation. Is one, I was losing 40 in my money league and I won by 6 because of Saquon Barkley. Just shout out to that man. Two, I heard on the radio today that he is on pace. Now, granted, we have one more extra game in the season than we did maybe 40 years ago. But he is on pace to break Eric Dickerson's record for rushing yards in a single season by roughly like 10 to 15 yards right now.
So that one extra game, Stitch, I'm going to let you in a little thing. If Philadelphia continues their pace, and so does Detroit, Nick Sirianni will not play Saquon Barkley week 18. He will not. I'm telling you that right now. So here's the problem.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
it's going to be
so
the
Nate can
Kenny
get that one
Gainwell and
win.
Kenny Pickett show. And the
So
Giants
Nate-
still going to find a way to lose.
Nate will get that
see-
one win, and then they'll go from picking first to fourth. And
I
then
know.
they're gonna get
And they're not going to get Cam Ward or Shador. They're going to get either Carson Beck or Quinn Ewers. And I'm going to be laughing the whole way.
Did
You
you
guys think it's
see?
going to take that long for the Giants to screw it up? Let's not kid ourselves.
No.
Well,
Did you
here-
see
here's
They're
the
about to do it
Giants,
this
man?
week.
Well, okay, so dude, I'm petitioning the NFL to have the Cowboys pick up Daniel Jones for 1 week, so I get a Daniel Jones versus Drew Lock Thanksgiving game. I want to see interceptions, random turnovers, and hijinks. I want
I
to
bet
see
you he goes to Baltimore.
the NFL comedy.
Nate, it's
Central.
okay if you want to put him in the penalty box. I'm not going to disagree if you wanted to.
This is not insulting. I'm just saying I want an entertaining game.
You definitely.
I think he's going to go to
insulting us.
Baltimore.
This is
He's going to go to
suicide.
Baltimore, be the QB2,
This is suicide.
try and get a ring. Not going to happen, but
Yeah, because honestly, if you want to talk about the AFC, I think Baltimore is third on my list or fourth for the AFC. If you want to put them behind Pittsburgh, Buffalo, and obviously Kansas City.
Wait, the Chiefs are still first?
No.
I'm
Not
at one.
really. I'd put Buffalo ahead of them, but like those are the three I put ahead of them before I do random order. Anyway, the whole thing
Did
about
you-
Saquon, it's just
Darren.
it's insane. Yes, sir.
Did you see the Giants fan who called after Brandon Graham got hurt and he was like real emotional on the radio?
Dude, I'm still not emotionally set about the whole.
I'm not either, but he called him like he was like suck it up, like yada yada yada, and then he's like, I'll be at the Eagles Giants game week 18 at the link. That guy might get killed.
I
Yeah,
don't think anybody really realizes, like, well, Brandon Graham's 36, and he's on borrowed NFL career time. Like, that could have been his farewell final hurrah in Philly. We don't know.
by the way, my man literally came in there and just dapped Matthew Stafford on one of his last plays.
Yeah.
Can we talk about what a way to go out in style? My man came right off the right edge and planted Matthew Stafford harder than that rumor about Kelly Stafford sleeping with his backup to get him jealous. Whew.
It wasn't a rumor. She's the one that actually said it.
Oh, I know.
So
Listen,
it's not a
listen,
rumor if she's the one that says it, but you know.
Yeah, probably. What
a
who
cool
cares?
wife.
They're
She rocks.
just strange people.
He rocks something.
All I know is my man went out doing what he did best, hitting quarterbacks and talking shit. So,
Yeah, you tell him.
I
Brandon.
really hope by some miracle of science he can like tape something in a certain way so he can play if we make it a certain distance to a certain game in approximately 3 months or 2 months, whatever it is. All I know is that Brandon Graham was drafted me and Matt's sophomore year of high school.
Damn.
Damn,
Yeah, 2010.
pretty elderly.
Yes, are some old mother effers, man.
I'm
Remember
not gonna comment on this.
Does
Yeah,
11.
yeah. Kelsey's just gonna sit up there. It's like I'm not.
As we talked about the Giants winning the
Well,
Super Bowls, and we said Nate was in elementary school, and I was in middle school for the first one and high school for the second one.
Yeah, middle school was the first one, high school was the second one.
It's good to be. It's good to be a kid back then, man.
So Saquon, yeah. Can we
Yeah.
just can we just accept the fact this might be the greatest running back of our generation? All around running back in our
He
generation?
doesn't play for a crappy organization. Yeah,
No, flat out. Even when he was with the Giants. I think it's
honestly,
still
yeah.
worth saying.
To be fair,
This is evidence. This is evidence of what happens if you give the guy space and receivers that are willing to block.
Which
That's
we
what
don't
this
have
is.
any. We don't have any.
Yeah,
of
the
them.
Giants
have
have
him
not had
out.
a receiver willing to block since.
Amani Toomer.
No, I give you that. I give
Yeah.
you that because he's a better
Let's
rusher
go.
than McCaffrey, and he can do the same as McCaffrey within the passing game as well. So I'll
But
give you that.
faster and hits
Well,
harder.
It's always been, if you look at McCaffrey's style of running, it's not. McCaffrey isn't the agile guy that we all think he is. He kind of fools you into thinking he's going to be the guy that jukes you and leaves you in a wake and leaves your jock on the ground. Saquon, he'll run you over or he'll leave you sitting there trying to pick up your jock.
Or
Take your
step
pick.
on me to Jesus.
Yeah,
He's a
or he'll jump
healthier-
over you backwards. Like honestly,
Oh.
Saquon is is one of the craziest athletes we've ever seen play running back, and that's actually a good running back. Like we've
He's like
seen
a-
great athletes play running back, but we have never seen great athletes that are good running backs too. It's
I
been a
might
long,
take that earring he has, Sharon.
and no offense to Derrick Henry, who is the best running style running back, but in today's modern game, Saquon is by far the most skilled in both aspects of playing. Actually, you can even say blocking. He's one of the most skilled running backs to ever block, run, and catch the ball in this day and
It's
age.
like
Henry
Stick
lost
up.
his touch when his ass came out. Just saying.
That's the third time that's happened in his career. And
Really?
this is the one
I
everybody
thought it was
wants
the
to pick on.
first time. I'm not gonna lie.
No, it
Actually,
happened-
you might be right because I might remember like another time where like
One
I
was
just
against
saw
the
some
Colts
tape.
when he was a Titan, and the other was against the Jaguars when he was a Titan. And that was the year the Jaguars went to the playoffs and
Great
lost to
point
the
also.
Patriots.
Because I don't pay the running backs crowd really is taking a shot this week. Because last time I checked, the top 3 running backs are on their second contracts with new teams, and it was garbage can teams that traded them that let them walk, and they also have contenders. Saquon from the Giants to the Eagles, Henry from the Titans to the Ravens, and Josh Jacobs from the Raiders to the Packers. Josh
Honorable
Jacobs
mention,
had a
Aaron
hat
Jones
trick
to
on
the
Sunday with
Vikings.
a $138 rushing, I believe. So yeah, whew.
Oh, trust me, I won my matchup because of Josh.
Oh,
Jacobs.
I did
get
too,
it.
and I was stiff. That's why when I said I need Gus Edwards to score, it's because I was already up by 40 because of Josh Jacobs.
Somebody
listen,
tweeted
good running
Quenyon
backs.
Johnson.
I'm sorry.
Somebody tweeted Quenyon Johnson is the AJ Brown of Nelson Aguilar's.
Quinn Johnston,
He's
the
built like
Chargers.
AJ Brown, but
Oh,
he
yeah,
can't
yeah.
catch.
Well, listen, I changed old Christian Watson in my fantasy league. I changed him to his nickname on Sleeper to Old Stonehands because I watched him drop a walk-in touchdown.
50-yard
I just
bomb.
sat there. I'm like, son of a
He's not even that good.
dude. He's okay. I watched him live.
He's not
I have
good.
never seen a human run that fast in my life. I was like, what the hell?
Tyreek Hill.
He hasn't
I've
seen
seen Tyreek Hill live. I think Christian Watson on a straight head was faster. It was crazy because he's
You're
6'5", and he's running like a damn
Nuts.
gazelle.
Dude, they call
It's-
Tyreek the cheetah for a reason.
Tyreek
6'5",
Hill side
can't
to side
catch.
speed and scamper speed is faster, but straight line, I don't know. Christian Watson might have a run for him, but I did get to see John Ross as a rookie, and I was blown away by the fact that
How's his performance this year? Is he third best receiver on the Eagles like you
Shut
said
up.
he was?
Shut up.
Sorry.
I did not see the Jahan Dotson trade coming in. He's been on the Eagles practice squad all year.
He's not even the fourth best receiver on the Eagles this year.
Yeah, I don't
Might be
think
John
Johnny
Ross.
Wilson's playing great. Anyway. But yeah, so to all you don't pay running back crowd, I'm gonna give you the double bird because I've been fighting for running back payment.
I was one of them too. To be honest with you.
I stand by my statement. You pay running backs. You pay
I'll-
good running. You pay good running backs.
You know what
Maybe-
happens when you don't do that? Look at the Dallas Cowboys. Thank you. That's all.
The opposite. You got to know though, because like Kelsey said, Zeke, and then the Panthers with Miles Sanders, Dolphins with Arian Foster. There's a bunch of examples. All right. Last 2 more points here. We'll get into this weekend's games before Josh has to get out of here. Last college football note, IU out cold. Yikes, that was a knockout shot. That game looked close right up until halftime, and then it was just.
And guess who picked Indiana?
It's okay, Nate. I think I went 6-1 this week.
I want you to realize you could have gone 7-0 if you just stuck with the
I
crowd, man.
said that in the beginning of the show.
I didn't.
I
hear that.
know my upset pick was going to be Colorado losing to Kansas. I was not happy on Saturday.
By the way, no changes to the standings. Everyone remains the same. You finished with the best record in the week, so good job, boss.
Although I will say, I will say, Indiana was. I mean, that score does not say everything. You can't just look at the score and recognize and see how. Indiana was only 2 plays away from like a 1-score game. If they don't fumble that punt, and then I don't know how holding and blocking in the back doesn't get called on that punt return for a touchdown several places all over the field, but whatever. I'll leave that alone. Take those 2 plays out and somebody's able to make those plays. That's a 2-score game or a 1-score game in my opinion. So I mean, it was that close.
Josh, answer your own question.
Yeah, it's rigged. Ohio State. No, I'm just kidding. I hate that idea that it's rigged football. Honestly, yeah, I think Josh is right. Indiana played good, but it wasn't good enough. They started out right, and then what ends up happening is inevitably Ohio State sends the house, and you have to figure out a way to deal with it. The problem was they were picking on one of the supposedly best corners in the league or in college football going into the year, who has proven to not be that way. But they were picking on him, and then all of a sudden you lose the ability to actually throw it up to your big guy, further than 5 yards down the field, and you just don't make the changes needed. And it might be the first time we've seen Cignetti in Indiana not be able to make those changes. You can even say Cignetti in his career not really be able to make those changes and make it work.
I just don't think he made the changes quick enough. Like go to the run game when as soon as the pass block is not holding up for more than a second and a half, go to the run game. Instead, he tried keeping the pass game alive too much to where, I mean, that now you have to pass the ball. You're in that situation where you have no choice, and the pass block is just not going to work with those big Ohio State edge rushers. So, I mean, that's kind of where they got themselves kind of backed into a wall or up against the wall is where you didn't change up and just go stick to the run right away. You should have done that like second quarter.
Yeah, and you shouldn't have Rourke as good of a quarterback as Rourke has been this year. You shouldn't have him throwing out of his own end zone in the shoe in the second quarter when you're up 7-0. You shouldn't have him continuously trying to throw out of the end zone when you could just run the ball and try to get that 10 yards and at least at the best situation, switch the field. I mean, that going into halftime, they had every opportunity to go into halftime 7-7.
Yeah.
And because of the lack of changes, like Josh pointed out, it just didn't happen. You end up going in now down 14-7, and it's just like it flips on a dime, and then you just can't. You don't recover. That middle 8, everybody talks about it now. It's been a thing for a long time. When I played, it was like the biggest preaching point my coaches had always had. If you win the middle parts of the game, you will win the game. You win the beginning, you win the middle, you win the end. That's it. That's
Chelsea,
as simple as the game is.
You can't tell me it's not rigged when in the last, 4 minutes or whatever, all of a sudden you get to the point where Indiana marches down, scores the 2-point conversion on top of that.
Easily.
Try to do something. They didn't really expect to come back, but they try to do something. And then it flips, and Travion Henderson just gets broken whole towards the end of the game there. Slides, selfless move, smart move. And Ryan Day says, "No, I took the over." And he runs it in anyways because they literally hit 53 total points on a 52.5 point over.
Yeah, no, there was too many cases of that this weekend, honestly. Beyond just the Indiana game. I'm not sure if you guys saw the Missouri game.
Over my $4,000 parlay.
Yeah,
won $4,000 on like a 12-leg parlay, and Iowa scored 42 when the over/under was 41.5. I was like, wow.
Iowa scored 42 points.
Oh yeah, this is the new Iowa. This is the not Steve. Was it Steve Ferentz? Was that the son?
Yeah, they're able to score 44 now. Yeah, Brian Ferentz. Yeah,
Brian, thank you.
Yeah, they're able to score 44 now instead of just 24.
Life doesn't make sense anymore. Iowa can score more than 20 points a game. This is a scary prospect. All right, we got one more point, and then we'll start getting into the games before we let Josh obviously go. I thought this was pretty simple.
That's a whole lot of alphabet soup.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
I thought this was going to be a premier matchup, and it looked good going into halftime. Dude, the Chargers could not adjust last night. It was ugly. They could not throw the football. And the Ravens secondary is not that great. Let's be honest. I mean, Wiggins is not terrible. Pretty good rookie. Marlon Humphrey, you know what you're getting from him. And a healthy Kyle Hamilton. But no Roquan Smith in that defense. They were not really getting home on Herbert. It didn't matter. It literally, unless they brought a corner or safety or a heavy blitz, Herbert had time. And just, dude, like, I guess my WTF is basically the Jim Harbaugh. Brother, you can't just bully ball and run your way to wins like you could in college, man. Like, you got one of the best quarterback arm talents in the league. And not to lie, Quentin Johnson's been playing better. Josh Palmer's a good deep threat. And I'm not going to lie, I was pretty impressed. Jalen Reagor had a couple of catches last night. I was like, what? There is stuff there to use. I don't understand. Ladd McConkey obviously is a very underrated slot receiver, but I don't understand the inability to comprehend that you cannot just run your way to wins out of Jim Harbaugh. But then again, this is what got him in trouble when he was in San Francisco last time. So I guess same old Jim. That's my vibe here because Baltimore looked like they didn't really have to try that hard to win last night. What are you guys' thoughts?
I mean, it was a 7-point game. Let's not just shirk that.
Okay. It was
I'm just
not
saying,
a
hey,
7-point game.
just pointing it out for this fact. It is a
That was a
7-point game.
garbage time score. Come on.
Well, it's a Harbaugh, brother. It's a Harbaugh game. They had to give him 7, right? That's kind of the goal here. But no, does it surprise anybody that Jim Harbaugh, the guy who sucked throwing the ball in the NFL, could not create an offense that throws the ball in the NFL successfully? Like, is that a crazy thought for anybody? Because it's not for me. Jim Harbaugh, yes, had his moments in the NFL where he could throw, but honestly, throughout his career, not that great of a passer. For him to be successful, he's always been a run-first guy. And unfortunately, the Chargers did not spend any money on receivers. They're relying on Quentin Johnson, hoping Josh Palmer pans out after the 4 years or whatever he is of being a Charger and sucking. He'll make one good play and then fumble a long touchdown.
Wide receivers.
He's Quez Watkins for the Eagles, is what he is. Same thing. It's the same thing, except for he can get in the end zone occasionally.
I do kind of agree with Jared, though. I felt like this felt like it could have been like a 20-point game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it could. I mean, this could have been a blowout.
Yeah, it just didn't ever feel like the Chargers ever had anything going.
Like, it was like their play calling was like bizarro. Like, hey, it's 3rd and 2. They're packing the edge. Let's do a kill and just do a quick bootleg, like have a kill to a quick bootleg pass, or throw the ball downfield because their secondary is literally got more holes than Swiss cheese. Why are you trying to just run into their strength? It was the stubbornness for me. I guess that was my point. But
I'll be honest. I worked Sunday night, so I was running on an hour and a half of sleep. So I fell asleep after Justin Herbert's running touchdown in the first quarter because I just couldn't do it. But when I woke up and I saw that Quentin Johnson had like 4 targets and 0 catches for 0 yards, and one of my buddies lost in fantasy because he just needed like a couple points and he got nothing from him. I mean, if I saw the replays of some of these things. I mean, you're a number one. You were a first-round receiver. You should be a number 1 receiver for that team. You can't be being outplayed by Ladd McConkey or Josh Palmer or anybody like that. He's got to figure that out. I mean, if we had some of those catches, they could have just been a whole different ball game for him. But one non-Monday Night Football thing, but it's actually really funny. I'm seeing on Instagram, I guess back in 2021, Urban Meyer and Mike Vrabel had an interaction with each other. And Urban Meyer asked Mike Vrabel, he's like, "Do I know you?" Like he was saying hi to him. Urban Meyer asked Mike Vrabel, "Do I know you? Like, what are you doing?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'm the head coach for the Tennessee Titans, and I also worked for you for 2 years." That was the interaction. So Urban Meyer just forgets his employees and also NFL head coaches, apparently.
No surprise. Urban Meyer is not
my stories I hear about Mike Vrabel are just great. Every story I've heard about him as a player is just the most hilarious thing on the planet. My favorite still is running wind sprints after a loss when he was in New England and ripping cigarettes on the side, after he gets off the sideline, is just my favorite thing on the planet. Also, I think also that was an Ohio State story as well. Like, I guess they won. They had Sunday Monday morning practice, and this dude's out on the sideline ripping cigarettes after running wind sprints. Absolutely crazy. But all right, Josh, you got your for 10 more minutes.
Yeah, about 10 minutes. I could probably do
All
that
right,
much.
so we'll do a couple rapid fire things. First off, your favorite Thanksgiving side.
My favorite Thanksgiving side, man. I'm gonna say green bean casserole. If I've got to pick
Ooh.
one, I'm gonna say grandma's green bean casserole. You know, you got to go with whoever your grandma is that makes that good green bean casserole. I'd say that's probably
My
got to be my
grandmother
favorite.
kind of punts on that one. It's like her secondary dish. She really aims for the stuffing. That's her go-to. But
Mine makes
I
dog.
respect it. All right, Josh. Next up, we're gonna go through all the picks quick. I want to hear your predictions for all these games. I texted you the 6-pack in advance. Battle for South Carolina, Clemson versus USC, or as I call it, my grandfather's two alma maters.
Man, this one's tough for me, but I'm going to pick Clemson in it. I don't know. I feel like to me that just seems like it makes most sense. I'm going to go with what makes most sense. Although South Carolina's kind of had that weird season where they're beating teams they shouldn't be beaten, and I don't know.
Dude, they're one
I'm
bad
just,
throw from being Alabama too, by the way.
yeah. So I'm just gonna say Clemson ends up winning that one. But I think it's gonna be a fun battle.
Is South Carolina dealing with any major injuries right now?
Not that I know of. Not right now. I mean,
I don't know why. I thought there's a team that was missing a quarterback, and I thought for some reason it might have been.
they've had Sellers kind of in and out with Robbie Ashford. I don't think it's necessarily because of injury though. They've just been doing a lot of kind of like
more for lack of accuracy from Sellers.
Yeah, I mean he's not a great passer, but I mean he manages it a lot better than Robbie Ashford's going to.
He's 18 years old. But all right, moving on. The battle of the Texas Colts.
Which game is that?
Texas versus Texas A&M.
Oh, I got you. Man, am I picking spread?
No, just straight up.
I hate to do it, but I'm just gonna say Longhorns are gonna win. They're a good team this year. They really are. And the thing is, it kind of cracks me up a little bit because Texas A&M ain't gonna be ranked number 15 when they face each other anymore. And because Auburn, which Kelsey actually dipped out, but his Auburn boys ended up upsetting Texas A&M.
Yeah, these are based off AP. This is because the rankings come out tonight.
Yeah, and I got you. I feel like Texas A&M hasn't really impressed me a ton all season long. I think they're going to fall in this one and kind of get themselves completely out of it.
There you go. All right, in last college game before we get in the NFL, it was Notre Dame versus USC. I accidentally deleted it just now. I believe Notre Dame is minus USC's Notre Dame's -3 on the road.
I think -7.5. I think that's what you had, or that's what you had on the text. I'll pull it up real quick and look though.
Mm-hmm. It was 3.5 then. So Trojans are Fighting Irish.
Man, Fighting Irish impressed me. I know that they just played Army, but you have to recognize who this Army team is. Army, they run down your throat and just wear you down and take there was literally one game where they had 45 minutes of the time of possession. I think that was against North Texas, if memory serves me correctly. That is just insane. That's what Army does. And I mean, it's so difficult to stop, and they'll go for it on 4th and 3 because they know they can get it and just keep on inching forward. And so, I mean, it impressed me the way that they beat Army and just dominated in that game when I thought that was going to be a battle to the end. And I figured Notre Dame's probably going to win, but I'm cheering for Army. And, so USC, on the other hand, I don't know. They don't look good in any form. I like their new quarterback quite a bit that they put in. Kind of reminds me of that Caleb Williams step in and show some magic. He's not Caleb Williams type at all. He's not that good at all, but kind of reminds me of, hey, come in here and ignite a little bit of a fire. But yeah, USC doesn't impress me this year. I think Notre Dame takes that one pretty easy.
Nice. All right, we're gonna go NFL rapid fire for the Thursday and Sunday games. So start off Bears Lions.
I got to go with Lions. Yeah, I mean, it just seems like the easy one there.
Giants Cowboys in the Meme Bowl 2024.
How do you pick that one? Two terrible teams right now.
Throw a dart at a wall blindfold. You hope it hits a target.
Oh, we know.
I'm gonna pick it for Nate and just say Giants take down the Cowboys. I never really liked the Cowboys, mainly because of Jerry Jones. I don't like Dak Prescott. Love CD Lamb, but yeah, give me Giants. Why not?
This is
Yeah.
this is my game that's gonna kill everyone's parlays this week. I guarantee it.
Oh,
All right.
100%.
And in the frozen tundra of Lambeau, Tua and the frozen tuna going up against the Packers.
Give me Jordan Love and the Packers, man. I don't know. I like what I see from them, and then like you said, it's going up to the Packers, up to Wisconsin, up to Lambeau. I like that. I like their odds.
All right, and now for Sunday games, the Pay Your Running Backs Bowl, Eagles Ravens.
Man, the Eagles have a hard time in big games, but I think they get it done this week. I just have a really good feeling that the Eagles get it done this week. I like Jalen Hurts, obviously. You and I have talked about that and bonded over that plenty of times. I'm going to take the Eagles because I think they're on the hot hand right now, and I feel like the Ravens have just been good enough to win this year, not really dominant. So let's go Eagles.
All right. Chargers Falcons, just good enough ball.
Yeah, that's a good description for it. Two teams that just are really, this is another parlay killer, literally a coin flip too at that 1.5. Let me go Chargers on this one. I know Falcons are favored a little bit, but let me go Chargers. They're upset that they lost, to I think little brother, right? So give me the Chargers. They go in there and beat the Falcons.
My one counterpoint, and I'll talk about this obviously in a little bit when we actually go into the 6-pack when Kelsey returns. My one issue is what happens if the Falcons can score early and often and the Chargers have to play catch up. That's my one concern.
Yeah,
but other than that, I think the Chargers' physicality is going to be a problem. And finally,
the NFL has confused the hell out of me this year. I don't understand. I guess college football has too. College football has too. So, it's just teams are winning in ways that I wouldn't imagine them winning. So it's a crazy year.
All right. And last but not least, an NFC East, Jake Paul, Mike Tyson slugfest.
I'm going to be cheering for the Bengals. And you know what? That -3, I like it, but the Steelers are just too good. I think the Steelers end up taking down the Bengals.
All righty. That was our man, Josh Mahler, doing his rapid fire predictions. Josh, before we head out of here, where will we find you and the boys?
Check out everything we do at rising2.com. Rising to the Occasion on YouTube. Find us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, X, formerly known as Twitter. All that fun stuff. We just have a fun time talking about sports. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right, brother. Listen, we appreciate you, Saturday, Jeremy, and the boys for me. We will see you soon. Happy Thanksgiving to you, the wife, and everyone else in the Mahler family.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
We will see you soon, buddy. All right?
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, guys.
Josh, Boomer!
Sooner.
Yeah! Tell him.
Nate, I love you, man.
Thanks,
you guys have a good one.
You
see
too,
you, buddy.
Josh. Thank you, man.
Nate, I love you, man.
Yeah. Hey, man. Gotta bring the energy, man.
Everyone needs a hype man like Nate.
You're damn right, man. You're damn right.
Nate would be that guy that would start the whole who's that coming down the Georgia song, and then he'd be the one that give me the Crimson Tide.
Yeah, I would do that. Yeah, I would.
Boys, look who's back today.
Hey,
it's Ghosty.
What's up, dude?
I can't
All I
wait for
see
his.
is a
I can't wait
floating
for
Jared head and a white cat.
I can't wait for his picks of the week.
Ghost, we got. He's taking the Bengals. Being a cat.
What if he was just like, I'm taking the Ravens? Would you disown him?
Oh, he wouldn't do that to his pops like that, no matter what. Ghost is smart enough.
Jared's like, I would be a big Boo fan from there on out.
I would shave him.
Eesh.
Well, listen, that's my new threat when the cats start fighting and I hear his hissing and meowing and scratching and just like, I'm waiting for like a cartoon fight between two cats getting in a fight. And I just yell, I will shave both of you. And it'll be funny. Well, the problem is Boo's already half bald because she got so stressed out from changing houses so many times. Between my sister breaking up with her then boyfriend, having to leave the cat with him, then kicking the cat, and then moving him in here, and then her having to share a house with a cat that's bigger than her by a substantial margin. Like, Ghost is a very large cat, if you guys couldn't figure that out, by the way. Boo is very small and petite. She's like an average size house cat. Ghost is a large animal. So the thing is, watching the two of them sit next to each other is funny because the size difference is very evident. Even though what's even funnier is Boo walks around like she's a horse. Like she's like you hear her coming. She's very loud. Ghost is like a little ninja. Like I literally like turn my face to go grab something off my desk. This dude is literally right in my face on my desk, staring at me, like looking at my beer and my snacks and everything else. So very different. But I'm waiting on Kelsey, man. I hope he's Chrissy, do we want to try doing a 3-man first touchdown parlay for the Thursday games? Do we want to attempt it?
Oh God.
Yeah, let's get it
that
rolling.
parlay.
All right, so we got 3. We'll pick the games in a minute. I also have one more topic I wanted to talk about. It's pro football related. You, me, and the boys can talk about it. But we'll go first one. First touchdown, Bears Lions.
I think Detroit scored first in this game, and I'm going to go with the classic David Montgomery.
Monty, nice. All right, the Meme Bowl. Come on, I want Drew Lock versus Trey Lance so bad. The interceptions abundant. Nate, that's actually better for you guys. You guys might actually win it. The problem is rush plays. It's going to be boring field goals.
I've never seen a team play worse football than the Giants in my life.
I will raise you the 2023 Carolina Panthers.
No, they were fun.
No, they weren't.
I'm going to go with CeeDee Lamb.
Ooh, interesting.
Oh,
I was going to take Gray or what the running back from the Giants. What the backup one? Not
Tyrone Tracy.
Tyrone Tracy. Sorry.
Or I like Luke Schoonmaker.
Ooh, interesting.
Cooper Rush likes him a lot.
Yeah, white on white.
Nate, that's a warning. All right.
Packers, Dolphins. This is a tough one.
I'm gonna go Christian Watson.
I like
Not
that.
this again, dude.
Good bounce back.
Little over the top action, trying to Jalen Ramsey getting caught flat footed on that frozen turf.
Yes, sir. In 1 minute.
Oh, I thought he actually picked Christian Watson.
Literally dipping to figure out what the hell he's doing. All right, yeah, my prediction is Christian Watson, but I do like the Monty pick. I have a weird feeling the Giants are going to score first in the Cowboys.
Ew.
Like I have a weird suspicion it's going to be either like a Darius Slayton touchdown.
Yeah.
I could get even weirder. I could say Jalen Hyatt.
Yeah. Oh.
I gotta ask, do you want to win or lose on Thursday?
I don't want to lose, man. Like I don't care, man.
Well,
I want a quarterback. I want Shadur. Like I see all these clips of the Giants at Colorado's facility for like the third time this season, and it makes me feel so hyped because I love Shadur Sanders a lot.
Shadur wants to play for the Giants too, which I'm totally for.
Yeah, me too.
Nothing make me happier than seeing him get sacked by Nolan Smith every couple weeks.
I converted $5 of my fan cash from Fanatics so I can just place a free bet. So I did just a 3-leg first touchdown score parlay. I did Chris's Schoonmaker because I know, like he said, Cooper Rush does like that specific player. Montgomery is an easy kind of a safe one but I went not a little rogue, not completely rogue, but I did choose Tucker Kraft on the Packers.
Tucker Kraft's a good one.
So Tucker Kraft, Luke Schoonmaker, and David Montgomery, if those three were to get the first touchdowns of their games, $5 and free bonus bets on Fanatics would get me about $4,900.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I'm kind of liking these.
If I can hit on 2 of the 3, I will hedge that.
Yeah, honestly, this is gonna be one of those things where I put $1 on each or $2 on each. What? I'm recording, dude.
I put it as
my buddy who I am the best man at his wedding is calling me frantically. I'm saying mid-podcast, dude, what's up? So I guess we'll start with this. We have one more topic we can get to touch on with Josh. NFC West is just a complete cluster F. So, boys, what do we got? 49ers go down hard. I mean, listen, no Brock Purdy, no Nick Bosa, but listen, that maybe adds 14 points to that game. They're still losing by at least a touchdown. I don't know. Did Niners window close for this season? Is it kind of just like sea chickens
Definitely.
run the West?
I don't know. I don't think it has. But I will say we also forget about the Cardinals.
Yeah,
Cardinals are a good football team.
they look terrible.
Marvin Harrison is not that great
Yeah,
this year.
Maserati Marv's looking like he needs a little adjustment period.
It happens. Rookies are rookies. But no, I'm actually glad the 49ers think they got to go to Buffalo next week. Tough game. It's a blizzard of snow. San Fran won't last in the snow. These California, Florida teams can't play in cold weather.
So also, I didn't put this in the 6-pack because I knew this game was going to get ugly.
In the snow.
Yeah, it's gonna be Josh Allen. And it's gonna be James Cook. That's your Sunday night. Not sure why the Eagles and Ravens aren't Sunday night football.
Because the NFL sucks and they have a bias against Philadelphia.
Yeah, but Seahawks look good. Gino is a very good quarterback.
My dog Gino
still in that second tier for me, which I think is the right tier for him. They got DK back. That's huge. Jackson Smith Njigba is absolutely insane. I think he's top 10 in receiving yards right now and receptions. So he's having a monster year. So if you have him in fantasy, you're very lucky. I just get kicked out.
No, I don't know what happened.
There you are.
I thought I just got booted.
Weird screen view.
It's like Kelsey had something to do with this.
You can talk to your producer about that.
Kelsey, it's your time to shine, baby.
What happened?
Oh no! Dun dun dun.
It's time for the 6-pack presented by SeatGeek. Promo code Black Sports for $20 off your first purchase.
Darth Maul.
I don't know what I look forward to less: Cowboys games or this.
Oh, can you be honest with me, Kels? With me, like I'll be honest with you if you're honest with me, man. You watch the games?
What do you mean?
The Cowboys games?
Yes, he does.
Do I cry?
Damn.
Yeah.
Did I cry this last weekend? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's crying more than me this season.
I'm crying a lot. I don't know, Matt. I feel like you've just reached the point of acceptance. I'm still refusing to accept.
It's fair.
All right, boys, we're starting off in.
Because we were all in going into the season.
All in, my ass.
I mean, that's what I figured when I saw you guys brought back Zeke and you signed Dalvin Cook midseason.
Yeah, super all in.
All right, we're starting on Thursday games. Everyone knows this is the Thursday holiday edition 9-pack, 9 games. Everyone scoring rules still apply. So the best you can do this week is 10-0. Worst you can do this week is 0-9. So there you go. Actually, no, you can actually go 0-10 because you could get a -1 for a missed gimme.
I have a new record to shoot for. Let's go.
All right, Bears, Lions. Anybody picking the Bears? Raise your hand.
We do this all the time, and then it backfires on us. I'm not picking the Bears, but I'm just we do this all the time.
I know. We're like 1-7.
It happens. The polar opposite happens every single time.
Here's the thing
if the Bears win, I'm done. I might just forfeit the rest of my picks the rest of the year. I'm taking the Lions.
Wait. Actually.
But this is a 10-point spread.
I would love to finally do a gimme. It's been a minute. Gimme Chicago. Upset.
Nate taking Chicago's upset pick for the week. Dude, if Nate pulls this off, I'm going to think he's got this thing rigged.
I think they have a shot.
He can't do
Listen, I don't know. It could happen. Caleb could
the Lions haven't won on Thanksgiving in years. So,
to be fair, Taylor Decker is out.
Hey, put me in, coach. That's Chicago. Upset.
To be fair, Matt Eberflus.
Carlton Davis is questionable.
Yeah, give me the Bears. Bear down. Roar.
All right, we're all the rest of us are on the Lions.
Did you just say roar?
The Bears are due for a win, Nate. I mean, they've lost 3 heartbreakers in a row. So
exactly. Hey,
Yeah,
exactly.
looking fourth.
Oh, all right.
Exactly.
We all on the Lions besides the great Nate over here.
I'm with the Lions.
I feel like I should switch to
Lions.
Lions just to mess with Nate.
No, I believe.
All right.
All right. Mean
Oh.
Bowl 2024.
Suicide Bowl, to be honest.
This is basically where Kelsey and Nate try to keep each other alive.
Oh, I don't know if I'm trying to keep anybody alive other than myself. Let's be honest.
All right.
There's one
I'm
man, and it
actually
might not
kinda
even be me. I
curious
might
here.
just be keeping my dog alive. That's my goal: is to keep my
I'm
dog
kind
alive.
of curious here to talk to the two gentlemen below on the screen right now because I'm kind of curious to see their thoughts. Matt, I'll start with you. Where are you leaning on this one, brother? This is basically Russian roulette if it was ever a pick.
Yeah, this could be such a this could be there's only two ways for this game to go. It's either going to be just such an absurdly weird game where it's such a bad game that it's actually kind of funny and entertaining, or it's just going to be like prime Detroit Lions Thanksgiving games from like 10 years ago when they were just terrible. Like this is either going to be a horrible game or just a funny, hilarious game because it's going to be Cooper Rush most likely versus Drew Lock.
All right, somebody start cranking up the mess around by Ray Charles or like some kind of mimi circus music. I feel like that's how we're gonna watch the game tonight. The Benny Hill music, perfect.
I'm not confident about this game or my picks, but I'm gonna just go with the Cowboys just to be safe, just at home against a horrendous Giants, which also the Cowboys are obviously also not doing very well either. But I'll just take the favorite here and just go Dallas.
All right, Kels.
Oh, you sure you want to go here now?
I'm intrigued by your answer.
My cat's going nuts right now.
I have always been a Drew Lock truther. I do think Drew Lock has an opportunity to do something useful in his career. I do not think Cooper Rush has an ability to do anything useful in his career. He has no running back that can do something useful. Devin Singletary and Tracy can be useful. Malik Neighbors is healthy. Therefore, he has the edge on CeeDee Lamb, who is not healthy.
By the way, Tommy DeVito is still playing, by the way.
Oh, there you go. That answered it. Giants. Giants.
No.
I have nothing more to say.
He did not throw today. He may not throw tomorrow. He is very up in the air.
I was going Giants anyways. We're just confirming that I'm going Giants now.
Damn.
So the curse could continue when Nate picks the Giants, if Nate picks the Giants.
I wonder if I will pick the Giants.
I'm going to stick with Matty Ice here. I'm going to take the Cowboys as well. I'm 0-2 picking either team. So to basically say I'm picking Russian roulette either way. The Cowboys played a good team last week and upset them. Now they play a bad team at home. It is Thanksgiving, where I do believe the Cowboys still have a winning record on Thanksgiving. Last time I checked, I'm not sure. I don't know.
Winning at breaking my heart record.
Yeah. Also, which team do you trust more to screw over their own draft status? Cowboys. I trust more. Cowboys. So I'm going with the Cowboys here. Father of Luna, who are you taking?
Give me the Cowboys. Luna, calm down. God damn. Give me the Cowboys.
All right. Luna takes the Cowboys.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm taking the Cowboys.
I'm going to start right now. I'm taking the Packers. There's a frozen fish joke here somewhere. Long John Silver's. There it is. All right. The Dolphins have beaten some okay teams and some bad teams last couple weeks. And I'm not going to lie, the Packers had a close call or two, but the Packers are good mid or the Dolphins are mid. So it's like this much of a difference. I think that's going to be the actual difference in the game. So give me the Packers to win here and their home turf. Approximate temperature at kickoff is 32 degrees and snow. So, gentlemen, it looks like we got Thanksgiving snow football. I'm excited. But yeah, give me the Packers to win here. Maddie.
Well, my options are the Green Bay Packers or Tua Tagovailoa playing in snow. I will take
He said he's going to break the stigma. Or break the stereotype. What the hell he said?
How many times have we heard that from reporters? From give me the Packers.
All right, Nate the Great.
Okay, so Chris, I don't know if you got me, but if you put me down for Dallas for the game before,
nice.
We're screwed.
Yeah. Thanks, Chris. For this one, in the snow, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, my weekend can't get any worse this week. Even the Dolphins.
He's just.
You know, it's not an upset though.
I know.
Nate's just chucking shit at the wall to see if it sticks.
Hey, man. Hey, just
Looks
because.
like- Nate looks like Sam Darnold looked in like 2019 with us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's got mono from kissing a middle school teacher. You know,
It's nothing to smile about in this NFL life.
it's okay. There's stuff to smile about in college. You guys are going to a bowl game there, buddy.
Yeah, but they couldn't win when I was there. When I got hypothermia that same day.
Hey, you know what? Thank your team for winning that day because they won me a lot of money.
You're welcome, Kills.
Or sorry, losing that day.
Hey,
My
Nate,
bad.
I need your bubbly energy
Wait,
or your
hold on.
dark side energy. None of this depressed stuff. There you go.
Miami for a second. By the way, I'm picking Miami. Go figure. But Miami has a better record on Thanksgiving
I don't know if that's
Day,
good, Nate.
and the Packers have a losing record on Thanksgiving Day. And Jordan Love still has over a one pick a game average, even though he didn't throw a pick for the first time all season last game.
I can't wait to go 0-10 this week. For real.
Jeez. Wait, yeah.
Wait, Nate, did you pick the Dolphins too?
I sure did, good sir.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Nate, remember you have until noon Thursday to change your picks.
I'm gonna
See,
be
but as soon as he changes it,
I'm gonna
you
be
know what's
muted.
going to happen, right?
Well, we actually came out and actually worked in our boys' favor because Chris and Matt both took the Niners, and then Brock Purdy was rolled out on Friday. So I gave them the option. You guys can either pick the Monday night game or just take the Packers, and they take the Packers.
And we got the Monday night game right too.
No, I was
did
gonna.
not. So I'm kind of happy we stuck with the Packers Niners. All right, go to college. The Robert Turry Bullets. My
I'll take the
grandfather,
Packers.
Rest in peace. Oh Jesus, Chris, I'm sorry. You keep dropping it out of the screen. My brain kind of.
Yeah, it's single cat data works 2 jobs. Pretty
See, mine is well behaved, just sitting here sleeping.
Mine keeps biting me. He keeps playing with my
Well,
laptop.
you named him Luna, and it's a guy. So
Yeah, he doesn't have his nuggets anymore.
Yeah, so it's a loser.
Oh,
it's a.
You gotta do what everybody does.
Lisa.
You gotta put him on the leash, take him to the park, throw a frisbee at a hot girl, and just let the cat run to him and her.
Oh,
Chris,
Those
do you
guys
have that
got
on your
those-
dating profile? Just
Yes, you
curious.
should.
Like you don't. Do you have single cat dad on your dating profile?
That is on mine. and it's
Single
worked.
cat dad working
It's
2
worked.
jobs.
It's
Yeah,
worked.
exactly.
Matt has been witness. It's worked.
my old
Working
dating
2 jobs so my cat can live a great life is what you should say.
my old dating profile, I deleted it like years ago. I took a selfie with a tiger at the zoo, and I just claimed to be the Tiger King. I forget like the exact. I forget what I said. I forget what my line was. It was like something along like they're. I forget what it was. It was like Tony the Tiger-ish.
So no. The answer is no. You don't have single
great.
cat dad on there.
Nah, not
All
anymore.
right, Chris, you have a job.
Speaking of Tigers, Clemson versus South Carolina. I'm sticking with my boys. Go Cox!
Yep.
We all knew this was coming. I despise Clemson.
Yeah, the Cocks are coming for sure.
Coming for that ass.
Yep, on the ass too. Yeah.
All right, Skip.
All right, Chris.
Give me Clemson. They're at home. I like them this week. Give me Clemson. If it was the other way around, I'd probably take South Carolina, but give me Clemson. Even though they're in the same state.
Please pick.
Yeah.
Clemson.
Clemson has to win out to win to get the ACC championship game. They're not going to do it. South Carolina here.
Damn it.
You went first. You could have let me go first, but no, you went
picking
first.
This is the reason I went first. Is because I was picking them regardless. It's like Devontae Mack, no matter what. It's
You'd save it for the last thing though, just so you can get the Go Cox there at the end and not the beginning. Like it's more emphatic at the end when you just switch subjects.
But everyone knew who was going to pick. I've been a South Carolina guy all year. I took them to upset.
All right, you can't beat everything though. You're a North Carolina fan. You're a Miami fan.
Okay, first of all, South Carolina.
Now you're a South Carolina fan.
No. South Carolina.
Are you a Braves fan too?
No.
Ew.
Shut
I'm
up.
just saying he's working his way on the Atlantic coast right there.
No, listen, South Carolina. I have a reason to root for them One, it was the hospital where my mother was born. Two, my grandfather's an alumni of South Carolina. Gotta shout out to Mama Donna, love her. This is called the Robert Turry Bowl for a reason because my grandfather went to both schools. He got my grandmother pregnant and I had to move to South Carolina because it was closer to the hospital where they had my mom. So
I did not think that was the turn that story was going to take.
yeah, 1940 teen pregnancy, 1960 teen pregnancy. Woohoo! Anyway.
No comment on what your grandpa might have done.
So my grandfather finished his degree at South Carolina. Technically, I honestly kind of kicking myself because they even sent me stuff when I was a senior in college because of legacy and stuff. And I just like, I'm not in South Carolina. I want to go to LSU or Oregon or Southern Connecticut State. All right. Anyway,
LSU Mud Dogs.
That's basically what it felt like. Nate, who are you taking? Cox or Tigers?
Give me the Frosted Flakes, Tony the Tigers, man.
No, he is that mascot is not even close to Tony. Don't disrespect Tony like that.
Fever dream, Tony the Tiger.
That's Tony on LSD.
All right, Matt.
I was gonna say something possibly inappropriate. You know how Russell Wilson goes, Broncos country, let's ride. I was gonna go with South Carolina and use a different phrase for that. But after Kelsey took South Carolina, I just don't want to fall into that trap. So I'm gonna take the Clemson Tigers here and play it safe. I
hope I go 10-0 this week.
Yeah,
I just think of last week.
I just think of
Kelsey chose the one team nobody chose, and somebody always went with it, man. I just don't want to fall into that.
To be fair, I was going to pick South Carolina regardless, so that does not count.
No, I'm going to take Clemson here.
If Kelsey takes Texas A&M here, we know there's a curse. All right, I'm taking the Horns. Like, let's be honest, Horns up. All right, we all taking
no, sir. Give me the Aggies, baby. I will say I love their fight song. It's not the reason why I'm picking them, but I love their fight song.
Nate, you don't get double points for upsets. What are you doing?
I don't care. Watch, I'm gonna look like the smartest freaking kid in the room next week. Nah, give me the Aggies. If you start
texting me a depressed rant on Monday morning, how you went like 1-3, 1-9, I'm gonna throw something at you.
Nah,
I'm gonna mail it to California, and it's gonna explode out of the box like a spring and whack you in the face.
You ever see Harry Potter?
Like cartoon punching bag, like from Looney Tunes or something. I don't know.
You ever see Harry Potter with the howler, Mel?
Yeah,
it's gonna be that, except for it's gonna punch you.
Oh no, it's gonna be the group text. It's gonna be a verbal message, like one of those voice recorded messages. I mean, going, you picked this, you earn it.
Yeah, give me the Aggies. I believe that's a good school too. That's a good school.
It's a Colt. It's a Colt.
Oh, well, that's okay. Give me the Aggies.
By the way, A&M sucks. All right.
Yeah, their fight.
What you taking here?
Their helmet looks like it's an ATM, so that's all that matters there. I'm going Texas, unless Quinn Ewers doesn't play, in which case I'm still going Texas.
Watch. Right. I'm gonna look like a smart kid next week.
All right. Catholics versus the condoms.
You just skip everybody.
I'm sorry. No, everyone put their horns up.
Oh, that's fair. I mean, I am going.
I thought that was a signal you're all taking Texas.
I mean, I have nothing.
I thought you were going 3 for 3 here.
Yeah, I'll just take Texas.
No, I was honestly because I saw Chris went horns up, so did Matt. I'm like, okay, they're both picking Texas. Was I right?
Yeah, I just didn't know if you needed to.
You're good. Okay, I didn't want to waste you all time if we're all on the same train here. Catholics versus condoms.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm gonna go Catholics, even though that's terrible. Actually, when I think about that, because I think, yeah, that's bad. Oh my god! But I am going Catholics.
That's why I said it. Come on.
Why do you think there's so many Irish Americans? They got to America and they just didn't know to stop.
All right, I'm curious.
We sure don't.
Nate, Catholics or condoms? Who you going with?
Never use condoms. Never will. Give me the Irish.
What the fuck?
Okay. Fair. You have the right.
I don't never think a guy who is a fan of Cal would ever pick USC anyways.
Oh my
exactly.
God.
By the way, Notre Dame as well.
I gotta stop laughing. Yeah, I'm going with the Irish as well. Dude, they beat the snot out of Army last week, and USC this year has had 2 actually good wins, and they're both over disappointing teams, LSU and Michigan. So Give me the Fighting Irish. Their time is coming, but it's not this week.
Also, Notre Dame has the worst strength of schedule as a one-loss team, by the way. Fun fact.
Yeah, that is actually well known. Oh, I really over
Of the ranked one-loss teams, they have the worst strength of schedule.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
They're like 83. It's garbage.
Damn. All right. Well, I'm still sticking with them for now, but I have until Thursday to change. Chrissy, Catholics or condoms?
Born Catholic. Give me the Catholics.
That's right. We don't use protection up in here. Yeah. Screw the Trojans.
Nate, you gotta stop, man.
Last time I took the Trojans, they were playing Penn State and they choked. So
Hey, yo, way too many bad jokes there. Stop. Pause. Breaks. No.
I'm not like. I mean,
No.
I was just being serious. Like they straight up like sold the game.
Who probably
The last
doesn't
two
also use condoms.
Stop
Probably
it.
Penn
No.
State. Okay, sorry.
Matthew, I will
Did
dock
he?
you a point off the pick him for that.
We can't just
There are
arbitrarily start docking points off this guy.
I won't even send you the penalty box. I'll just take a point out of your pick'em score.
Oh, no. Calm down. Nate's
We're
made
not
worse
doing
jokes
another
about Penn
Joe
State.
Paterno and Kevin thing, okay? That got us literally like a strike, okay? I don't want to deal with that again.
Nate's made worse jokes in the last 3 weeks. It's okay.
Yes, he
We
has.
survived.
Nate's
has-
innocent.
has-
Everyone loves Nate.
As a unit, we've survived a lot through ping pong, through Nate's shenanigans.
Through early Chris days.
Yeah.
Early Chris days weren't bad. They were just hilarious.
Mid
Were
Chris
they?
days.
Were
Yes. Early Chris. By the way, I still have one of my favorite texts I ever got from a person I haven't heard from in years. Dude, I caught your podcast. Your intern is effing hysterical. I could not stop laughing. I had to pull off the highway because I couldn't stop. I was about to piss myself. This is a guy I used to hate. We used to work together at New York Life, and he texted me because we're friends on Facebook. And it was the show where Chris told me he couldn't count how many beers he had in his hands. And that was, he said, your intern is so effing funny. Me and my wife had to pull off to the side of the road, watch the show because we were laughing too hard to focus on driving.
Yeah, I do some naughty things and I'm messed up.
Congratulations, Chris. You almost caused a car accident.
No, actually, he prevented one.
Yeah, only
Almost
you
caused
can
it to
prevent
begin
car
with.
accidents.
And tell him, Smokey. Yeah. Only you can
great,
prevent
great,
car
great
accidents.
Could it be
All
Smokey or
right.
Drunky?
All right. Who has not picked yet?
We all did.
Are we all good?
Okay, yeah. All right. Cool. All right, back to pro football. We're going with the pay your running backs bowl. Eagles, Ravens. Everyone knows where I'm going. It's not even a question.
Oh, the
Ravens,
Ravens.
it is.
All right. Put them down, Chris.
Chrissy. Maddie.
Guantanamo
This
Bay.
This is tough because like
Guantanamo. Get it right.
Sorry.
this is actually really difficult. I mean, I will take the Eagles because I think they'll run the ball a lot. Well, they should. I'll go with the better defense here. I'll take Philly.
All right, Kels.
If Philly decides to throw the ball, they'll win easy. If they decide to run the ball, the Ravens have an absolute opportunity. I'm going to go Ravens.
Chris, we in, bro.
He.
Guys, you know Thanos gets 50% of them right. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's going to be more of the Dolphins and the probably.
I can get
Notre
4.5 right, so that means I'm getting 5 right this week.
Damn right.
Just think about that.
Can we keep a ticker for how many actually gets right?
Oh, don't worry. I got it in my notebook. My
I know
prize
you're
on the line
handy
here.
dandy notebook. We're actually making good time, boys. We actually have time for our Thanksgiving KB draft. We're bringing the KB draft back.
Yes, sir.
All right, Nathan.
Well, you know what? I'm riding with Kels. Give me the Ravens.
I think it's
That's
a little
right.
bit of. I think it's a little bit of pettiness there, but I'll let it slide.
Nah, it's all pettiness, man. I believe in myself this week. If Kels, if I nail this, bro, me and Kelsey were best friends, man.
Don't do that. Don't put my friendship on the line here. Chris did that enough times already.
I said that 3 times already. That's like dancing with the devil.
It's
Hold on,
okay.
Chris.
Hey,
It's twice.
I don't fear
Not
the
three
devil.
times.
The devil fear me.
It's like, damn, dude. It's like paying.
And it's like, let me walk into
I
my
can't.
house.
I'm not gonna do it. I can't now. I
Chris is
will
getting
not.
emotional about this.
If the
I
devil
will
walks
not-
into my trap, I will.
Sorry, my voice is like a little hoarse. All right, my allergies are killing me. I will not ride with Kelsey picks tonight. I've been screwed so many times in the past.
Well, I
Nate,
will.
You're
Trust
playing with a dangerous hand, dude.
Hey,
It-
I live my life dangerously.
Nate's
brother.
either going to shoot 100% this week or he's going to shoot over 11 and he's going to be like,
Damn
well,
right. My comeback
that's
begins
correct.
this week.
You know who else had a great comeback, right?
Who?
Kim Kardashian.
Yep, there it is.
Thank you.
Chris Pratt. Nice.
Well, literally my favorite sitcom of all time, Parks and Rec.
It's so
Unless you
good.
count Entourage as a sitcom, then second.
Nah. It's like a
A dramedy. That's what somebody told me one. I was dating a girl. She called it a dramedy. I was like, that's a thing. She goes, yeah.
bro, Queens
like-
Boulevard's a good movie.
Queens Bowl. Aquaman, the Vinny Chase version.
Hey, screw Jason Momoa, dude. Get Vinny Chase in there.
Hey, listen, you tell him that. All right. Bolts Birds.
Ew.
Damn.
Other birds.
Why'd you pick this game again, sir?
Because it is going to be a fun game. You have
hates everybody.
memes upon memes. You have literally only I can run the ball versus Kirk Thuggins. I am so hyped for this game right now. I don't know. This game, honestly, please tell me this is a 1:00 game, by the way.
Yes, it is.
Thank Christ. I do not want to have to watch this while I'm watching Eagles Ravens. I could give a crap about Steelers Bengals. That was just a last minute throw in. I actually looking forward to this game.
That's why they have YouTube multi-view, boss.
Who you taking, Jared?
Amen, brother.
I don't know. Matt, who you taking?
Oh, it's that type of show.
I'm
It's always
gonna
been
take
that
I'm gonna take the Chargers to get a bounce back win here. So give me Los Angeles on the road. A little surprised they're not favored, but give me the Chargers.
Jason, that reaction. Kelsey, who you taking?
Well, I had the Chargers written down, but for Matt's sake, I might have to go somewhere else.
Oh,
Yeah,
don't
no.
do that.
Don't be that guy.
No,
Well,
actually, I
let's
didn't realize.
Don't
I
be.
didn't-
don't
hold on,
be
hold on.
careful.
I didn't realize it was in Atlanta, and we've all know Kirk Cousins to turn that into his trap house. So I'm going Atlanta.
All right, Nate, who you taking?
I like my birds dirty. Give me the Falcons.
Damn it!
We
All
gotta
right,
keep an
Preston,
eye on
we're
the
DPNs. We roll together. Whoever you pick, I'm picking with you.
Give me the Falcons.
Come on, clean sweep the
ATL.
Falcons.
Talk to him.
Jared's like
Oh, he thought he was going Chargers.
I'm not. I'll tell you why I'm not going with the
I don't
Chargers, Jared.
know. Do I
I'll
go
tell you
with
why.
Matty or I go with the DGen pick?
They're coming off a bye.
You mean the chalk
Dawkins
pick?
is coming off a bye. Chargers got to go to the East Coast. It's a
That's
tough
true.
trip. I believe in
I
jet
don't know
lag.
game shit.
That's
After
true.
a Monday game.
That's true.
After a Monday game, short week, it makes
F
too
it. Give me
much
the
sense.
damn dirty birds. Thuggins, if you screw me here, I swear to God. I also
my
need Darnell
God,
Mooney to
I
have a
will
great
laugh
game.
so hard at the
Do I
Falcons
have until
Chargers
12
win.
o'clock on Thursday to change my picks
Yes,
too?
you do.
No,
Text us in the
no,
group chat.
you got for like another hour.
All right.
I was
It's
going to
not
text after this.
Thursday.
I'm flipping all my
Relax
picks.
there, tough guy. All right. Finally, I literally put this game to basically Mike Tyson fighting Mike Tyson. I don't know, at 58. This game to me is going to be two old teams beating each other up. One team can score a lot of points but can't play defense. One team has a problem scoring but can play a lot of defense. So here we go. Bengals Steelers, NFC North. This is going to be fun. Also, aren't the Steelers, don't they always struggle when they go to Cincinnati?
Yep. Ever since Vontaze Burfict got knocked out.
The CTE Bowl.
They're not struggling this week. Give me the Steelers.
All right. They do have Philadelphia next 2 weeks or next week, by the way.
Yep. Hey, man. Steelers are atop the division, I think, right now. So
For now.
they're on top for a reason.
All
It's
right,
Mike
Kel,
Tomlin
who you
time.
taking?
It's Mike Tomlin time. It means it's time to go 500. Going the Bengals. It's hard to have a number one receiver and quarterback and still not get wins. So I'm going Bengals.
Steelers
Even though it
next,
might snow. By the way.
Steelers' next 3 games, by the way, are Browns, Eagles, and Ravens. They lost to the Browns last week. The Eagles obviously battle for Pennsylvania, and they have to play the Ravens again.
Sheesh.
A lot of tough games coming up. I've seen both teams a lot this year. I watched the Bengals up close. I never thought I'd see a team struggle so much without a running back. They needed Joe Mixon badly, and they let him go. Give me the Steelers to win on the road. Russ can do his little dancey dance, and they will get the dub.
Tell him, boss. You tell him. Yeah.
Chrissy.
Let's go.
All year I've been picking the Bengals. They've been screwing me. It's tough. Steelers defense is really good. We're on the road again. Same state, new city.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Just trying to think here. Let me do like one of those old neutron brain blasts.
Who dang?
We're gonna be here a while. So we call the fire department.
Give me the Bongles. Give me the Bengals.
Just the Bungles. We're back.
Give me the Bongles.
Who they think gonna beat the Bengals? No.
Just because.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that, Matt or Nate. Sorry.
I don't know. I might switch my pick. What do I got? I got till Sunday for this one.
No, Thursday. We're
Thursday?
doing the
That's
cutoff
not
at 12 noon for the Thursday games.
I will negotiate. How about Saturday?
It's still Thursday.
What are you negotiating?
Once the first game kicks off, we're good, man. You gotta lock in your whole parlay.
Yeah, Maddie, we'll convince him.
Go, say you convince me.
What the what? How are you gonna convince him?
It's easy. We just ask him multiple times.
He's gonna just shut off his notifications.
No, Jared's just gonna eventually be like, "Fine, shut up."
No,
Yeah,
no.
See, I know Jared.
I think how that's gonna go.
Tell him, Ghost.
There's gonna be a couple more words thrown in there, but that's gonna be the gist of it.
Yeah, Jared's gonna curse at me.
Unless Matt asks him about to switch his pick, then he's gonna be like, "No, Matt."
Nope, not gonna happen. You have until Thursday at 11:59. I have spoken.
Well, hold on.
Yeah, all right.
What if you're on the West Coast? Nate has an advantage.
No, he doesn't. It's freaking
11:59.
Anything, he has a disadvantage.
PM Eastern.
8:59. No, 7:59.
The fix is
you were right the first time.
8:59
AM.
The fix is in, Jared.
Gotcha.
So before Nate even wakes up.
You have until kickoff of the Lions versus the Bears to get.
Hey, wait. I do have a genuine question with this West Coast stuff. So if you have a 10 a.m. game, since it's 1 p.m. on the East Coast,
correct.
What time do you tailgate at the stadium?
You tailgate at 7 a.m.
No, actually, you can line up and actually enter the stadium 5 hours before kickoff. So you could get there at 5 a.m. and start.
That's insane to me.
They used to do it in Oakland all the time.
Do they tailgate in Cali, even though the games are like?
Damn right we do. The loyal fans, man.
I get to the Jets stadium at like 9 a.m. for a 1 o'clock game.
Yeah, I
saw USC tailgate one time. So I mean,
last couple times I've gone to Philly, I've been there like 4 hours early, 5 hours early.
Well, earliest I got to a Philly tailgate, I think, was like 6:30, 7 in the morning.
Ooh, that's early. Earliest I went Sunday Night Football. I showed up there at 1:30.
I got there at 3 o'clock one time for an 8:15 game.
1 o'clock for an 8:15 was brutal because I was belligerently drunk by about 7:30.
Yeah, Jared texted me his blood type.
I did actually text you. That was the funny part. Wait, no, I didn't even know you back then. I think I texted Matt and Mason. That was 2022. You were still in college. You weren't our intern yet.
Yeah, I got hired right out of college. I never looked back.
There you go.
Successful as a.
Yep, there he is. Hey, listen, he's got better employment than me right now. All right. Bengals, Steelers. Everyone picked yet?
Maddie has it.
Maddie.
No, I'm gonna. I know the Bengals can score a lot. Defense is really bad, so all I'm seeing is a bunch of deep passes to George Pickens that shouldn't be caught that he's going to catch, and a big Najee Harris day. So give me the Steelers.
There you go. Feeling good, baby. Here we go. Pennsylvania. All right. That time, boys. We're bringing the KB
upsetting gimmies. You forgot upsetting gimmies, boss. I'm sorry.
Right.
Sorry.
All right.
Yeah.
By the way,
don't worry, you have till Thursday to figure upset Gimme and Nate. Unreal. Should be Saturday.
Najee did not practice today, by the way, just so you know.
Ah, shoot.
He'll play, but he's not. It was a non-injury related practice.
Oh, okay.
My upset.
Kelsey, how are you feeling about the Iron Bowl this year?
Disappointingly positive.
Like, should I
Damn.
take this as my upset pick or should I run like hell?
No, run like hell. No matter what, you're going to be disappointed.
You better run fast.
Upset. Give me Sam Houston State over Liberty plus 3.5 at home.
Wow, that's a good one.
Holy cow.
All right, Nate, you get a
The
gimme.
fact that Kelsey didn't just give me an absurd look means I think it's okay
Yes,
What did you
sir.
say, Sam Houston State over what?
over Liberty.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Liberty
Last time I
Bibbity?
did one, I think I did Arizona, or I did. You were just like, have you seen them play? I was like, nope.
Yeah, it was Arkansas.
Yeah, I was
That
like,
was,
"Yeah, they're fine."
they were so bad. They lost by 30 that game, actually.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was.
It's like, holy crap,
The
what are you
spread
doing
was
here?
only like minus. No, the spread was only like plus. I don't even think it was 7.5. They lost
Yeah.
by like 25.
Yeah.
30.
Give me my future quarterback one, Colorado. Shadur Sanders over Oklahoma State minus 16.5
All right.
in Boulder. We'll take it.
Chrissy.
Colorado over who?
Oklahoma State, good sir. Appreciate your service, sir.
Got it. Joe, you go first. I'm still looking.
Me too.
Okay.
Dude, this Tennessee over Vandy game looks really enticing.
I was looking at that too.
Gotta go with my gut here. Listen to my gut.
You know what would be the funniest upset of all year?
Michigan.
Florida State beating Florida.
Dude, that'd be hilarious, but I'm not gonna do it because I hate both teams.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not saying do it.
I'm kind of rooting for a
hilarious.
meteor hit the stadium.
Yeah. Or Kennesaw State, who literally put their coaching job on Indeed.
I tried to apply for that, by the way.
Ain't no way.
Yeah, seriously. It was.
I tried to
still up.
Google it. I couldn't find it.
No, it's still up. It's still up.
Oh,
Okay.
imagine your next head coach is Jared Clark.
Kyle McCord upsetting.
Bro, I'm about
Ward.
to. Yeah, it's not happening. Ooh.
Play the Jeopardy music.
Oh, you know what? Give me the Titans over the Commanders.
Oh, hell no. What the fudge? Where did that come from?
Will Levis has been playing good ball, and the Commanders, Cliff Kingsbury's skin is hard.
Oh,
Actually, wait,
my.
no, that might not count because they're only 5.5-point favorites at home.
I
it won't
got
count.
mine.
It won't count.
I got mine.
What is it, Chris?
You got Chris.
I'm gonna take at home. I'm gonna take Kentucky over Louisville.
I was just looking at that.
You know what? Screw it. Give me Vandy over Tennessee.
Like it.
Ooh, if I had to pick an upset, I would have picked Arkansas State over Old Dominion. Thank God I don't gotta do that
Where
today.
you pull? Yeah, that's a good. That's a deep pull,
Somebody uses Bet365.
dude. He definitely does.
Hey, no, I use Underdog Fantasy.
Are you on the clock right now?
Nah, thankfully I'm not.
All right, boys, it's now time. We got about 15 minutes left. We're gonna do a rapid fire edition of the KB Thanksgiving Draft.
Ooh.
So, Nathan, we'll assign numbers. I'm 1, you're 2, Kelsey's 3, Chris is 4, Matt's 5.
Yes,
You could
sir.
just quickly random number order.
Can I trade up? I'm gonna trade up.
Nope, no trades up.
That's fucked up.
No. Listen. It's a random number generating, so you don't know when you're picking.
All right.
Don't give me number one. As we talked about today, I have no luck with the number one pick, so don't give me that.
Okay, so
Anything with that.
So does it matter? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right?
Yeah.
So you're 1, I'm 2, Matt's 3,
I'm
Kelsey
3.
4, Chris 5. No, Kelsey 3, Matt's 4, Chris 5, right?
Chris is 4, Matt's 5.
Chris 4, Matt. Okay. Hold up. Okay. Do it again. Okay. Do it again.
I love how Nate's face lights up every time he does it.
All right. 1, 4, 3, 2, 5. 1, 4, 3, 2, and 5. That is the order.
I still have the number one overall pick. Let's go.
Yes, sir. So it's 1, and then who's 4? 4 was
4 is Chris.
4 is Chris, and then we have 3, which is
Me.
Kelsey. So we'll do like this, and then hold on, there we go. And I'm 2, and then Matt was 5.
Yeah, Matt's 5.
All right, this is our order. Woo!
All right. So we're doing.
What are we picking?
So you're picking Thanksgiving feast, like
Yeah,
select.
3 things, 5 things,
3 things.
specific,
3 things.
specific things.
Specific dishes. There's no categories. It's a random grab kind of thing.
Including dessert.
Including dessert.
Oh, game over.
Everything from turkey to sweet potato pie. It's there. And with the first overall pick, going off the books, I'm going mac and cheese, baby. Let's go.
All the things for number 1 overall in a Thanksgiving draft.
Jasper, you should have let one of us trade it up. Jesus. What the fudge was that?
Y'all think I'm sleeping? Listen, you gotta hear my lineup afterward. Mac and cheese, my number 1 overall pick.
You could have got that at 4th overall pick. All right. Chris.
Oh.
Chris is frozen. Do we wait until? Do we give him a clock? No, I'm just kidding.
Give him a second.
Remember in the NFL draft, if you don't pick within 2 minutes.
Can I rush? Can I rush to the table and give
He's here. Relax.
Internet blew out.
Oh, by the way, I'm changing my pick to turkey.
I was like, hold on, man. Like,
I was just playing. I'm
can't change picks.
I am. I'm changing.
What did you take
I'm
initially?
Mysterioting this. I am taking turkey.
What did you take initially?
took Mac.
He took mac and cheese.
Now he's on turkey, but he just made a worse selection.
I'm gonna take
Listen,
turkey's.
you do turkey correctly. It is the move.
I'm gonna take turkey's alter ego. I'm gonna take the ham.
Ooh.
Oh, there goes the first round picks.
All right. Well, you guys went mains. I'm gonna go with mashed potatoes.
I was gonna take that, but God, you're killing me.
What am I supposed to pick?
Food.
No, but I don't know any others. Yeah, y'all gotta understand I'm Asian, man. I don't eat turkey and ham like the rest of you guys. I'm serious.
What do you eat at Thanksgiving?
Oh, I eat like roasted duck.
There you go.
There you go. Roasted duck.
Yay! Oh,
roasted duck kind of slaps, dude.
Yeah.
I've had it a couple times. Very good.
Yeah,
I never had duck.
Thank you.
Duck's sensational.
Hey,
I
the
would
best
highly
ones are at the Asian markets when they're hanging on the thing.
That is actually true.
That is true.
That's not even racist. That's actually very true.
No, seriously.
I actually was in an Asian market in New York and bought one of those hanging ducks and then brought it home and smoked it.
Yeah.
It was very good.
Yes, sir.
All right, Matt, who's your 5th pick?
I'm gonna stick with my original first round pick, which is the one you dropped. So I'm gonna take mac and cheese.
All right, who's your 6th?
Oh, cornbread.
Nice. Nate,
Garlic
7th
bread.
pick.
Garlic bread.
Garlic bread. Okay. Kels?
All right. I'm gonna go with steak.
I like that.
Books?
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a protein. It's what we've done it before on Thanksgiving.
All
I'm
right.
gonna go with a nice stovetop stuffing.
But then it's dressing. Let's just be clear.
Right,
That's dressing.
Or stuffing. Sorry, sir.
Oh god,
Stuffing is in the bird.
yeah, stuffing is in the bird. Stuffing is like my family does sausage and bacon in the stuffing.
Ooh.
Yeah. Stuffing. The
Chris, it's
name
your
stuff
pick. You call it whatever
means
you
it's
want to call
stuffed.
Any
All right. I'm gonna
This
go
guy.
with the sweet potato as my next up.
it. Sad platter.
What type of sweet potatoes though?
Turkey and sweet potato.
I'm talking sweet potato pie, baby. Come
Meal
on.
prep.
Okay. All right. Next, sure.
All right, and then my last pick. Trying to go through my list of what I actually eat at Thanksgiving. My family is very traditional, so it's always like the mac and cheese. I'm gonna go off books here. Cheesy potatoes. So the little diced potatoes with the cheese, the onions, and a little bit of gravy
So
on top.
the scattered and covered from Waffle House.
anybody I don't know if anybody said it yet, but anybody say corn?
Nope.
I said cornbread, but not corn.
I'm gonna take straight up corn. Straight up.
It's corn.
Not on the cob.
All right. Well, nobody else is taking dessert here, so I have the plethora of desserts.
I said sweet potato pie.
That's not a dessert.
That's true.
You definitely just said sweet potato.
I was gonna take a
Yeah.
dessert, but I feel like that's like my later rounds.
Well, we only have 3.
Oh, we have 3.
Yeah.
So
I'm
He
changing
burned
my
it
pick.
on corn.
Change my pick.
I'm going pumpkin
Man.
pie before he can change his pick.
I'm going apple pie.
All right.
Ooh.
Boom. I didn't know it was a 3-man count.
I literally said it twice. Okay. Kelsey, you got
I don't really listen.
Pumpkin pie.
Nate.
Give me pecan pie.
Ooh.
He says it right too.
Thank you. Thank you.
Pecan pie, baby. All right. All right, Maddie. Final pick of the
You
Thanksgiving
say it
draft.
like Foghorn Leghorn.
Which is correct.
This is pretty
Exactly.
crazy. I like it.
Southern boy.
Well, cornbread. It's not. I mean, it's sweet enough, so I won't take a dessert. I've got a carb and mac and cheese, and also cornbread. Cornbread to me can go either as an appetizer, or you can want to put a little bit of whatever on it, make it a nice little dessert. I'm gonna go with the protein
honey butter
here.
for you.
I thought he was just like Ben and Jerry's ice cream or something.
I'm gonna go with a protein here, a protein that probably none of you guys have at your platters, but my wife's family does it every year, and it's my favorite thing. I'm gonna go with the oxtail.
Ooh.
Got to give a shout to B's family. That is good stuff. Big oxtail fan here.
I have a bunch of friends that did oxtail before and the day after. So Black
All right, I
Friday.
gotta
I was
ask you, it's Thanksgiving wise. Do you guys do like the Hawaiian, like the onion rolls? The Hawaiian onion rolls is like a part of your thing.
potato
Hawaiian
rolls.
rolls.
Is that
I
like
mean,
a Jersey?
I
It's got to be a New Jersey thing. I swear, because it's the the Hawaiian onion rolls. We get them especially for some bakery. Very good. But
I know lots of people that do the Hawaiian ones, like the Hawaiian onion, but I use
No.
potato rolls. Like my family's
well,
always
no,
used potato rolls.
they're like this. They're like this big, about the size of I'd say about a wallet, and they're like they have onions in the top. Of them,
I know what you're talking about. I've had Thanksgiving dinners like that. But it might just be like a north, like it might just be like a Jersey thing. Jersey,
Okay.
PA a little bit.
Yeah.
I have seen that before, Jerry.
I'm not gonna lie. So like the thing is, like what's crazy about my family Thanksgiving is that my uncle puts out a spread of appetizers that basically almost makes it impossible for you to finish your dinner.
Oh, dude,
You're not doing it right.
I know. Listen, the
You
problem
didn't do
is,
your prep work. You didn't do your prep work.
dude, I'm gonna have 1 year.
usually what I do is I usually try to do about an hour and a half of cardio, and then I just kind of like have like nothing.
You got to start the day before. The day before, you got to drink a gallon of water from 12 p.m. So noon on.
Well, I'll be.
So you go to
I'll
bed
be,
and pee it all out in the
helping a
morning.
buddy- I'll be out helping a buddy move a bunch of stuff in his yard. So for about 8 hours. So yeah, I'll be working.
It's pretty grit. That's good Thanksgiving grit.
I got blisters again, man. My office soft hands are
grits would
gone.
have been
I'm
a good
loving
option too.
grit. Oh, grits.
How about grit? My father, while he was building windows today in my house, had the Viking War channel on Pandora. It had everything from actual Viking War chants to music from like The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings and Skyrim. And I was just like, I walked downstairs and I'm like, Skull! I'm like, I also knew the lyrics, like 80% of the songs he was playing, which was very funny.
Did the Who
like
come
the
on?
Misty Mountain song from The Hobbit.
Fire in the fields.
No,
Yeah.
wrong Who.
Oh.
Who HU?
Yeah. He Kelsey knows exactly which Mongolian war chant I was thinking of.
Yep.
But yeah, no, it was very funny. So shout out to Big Marcus for playing Viking war music. It's kind of a nice touch today. Got me in the mood for the show. All right, I'll go around the horn quick before we head out. One weird Thanksgiving tradition y'all have, and one thing you were very thankful for in sports. Maddie, we'll start with you.
What was the first one?
One weird tradition you think is weird with your family. One unique tradition to your family.
Unique Thanksgiving tradition.
B's you and B, her family, your family. You kind of have a lot more options than the rest of us.
I don't know. Probably the fact that every year Thanksgiving starts at 3:00, but nobody gets there till 5:30, 6 o'clock. So
Damn, that is weird. Usually our starts
probably probably that. I can't think of anything odd.
Honestly, a little bit.
We show up, we eat the appetizers, we eat the feast, we watch football. We don't do anything weird or out of the ordinary. But it's really just the fact that nobody shows up on time. It drives me insane because I'm a very on time person. What I'm thankful for with sports, not a lot. I mean, the Yankees blew it, the Jets blew it, the Rangers blew it.
Did you
Damn.
really ask this question to Maddie?
Yeah, not a lot. Maybe I'm thankful for the fact that
the Knicks are good.
Yeah,
Knicks
you know
fan
what?
now?
I guess I'm thankful for the fact that the Knicks are good, and the fact that I think I'm thankful for the fact that I think we all know in time. I think that the team with a bunch of new players like Cat and Bridges and everything like that. Was Mikal Bridges, right? That we got.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's it'll mesh in time. I think they'll make a nice run in the playoffs. But I'm thankful for the Knicks trying out of all these teams, but it's maybe actually might work.
All right. One unique tradition that my family has is that the people who don't want to talk politics, me, my uncle, my aunt, my sister, will all sneak out to the back of the back patio in my uncle's pergola and watch the football games in his outdoor TV with the fire going, with old fashions in our hands. That is our little tradition. And it's happened the last 3 years in a row to avoid talking politics. And because that always happens every year. And me not wanting to talk politics, that should scare somebody. My thing I'm thankful for is the additions of Cam Ward and Saquon Barkley to my football teams, Miami and Philadelphia. Both have been godsends to my football energy, and the fact that most weekends I go to bed on Sunday night smiling. So shout out to Cam Ward and Saquon for joining good teams, and God bless you guys on your way to hopefully some more success in the green and orange and the green and black. So, Chrissy, one weird tradition your family's got for Thanksgiving, and one thing you're thankful for in sports.
I don't really have any like crazy weird traditions. I do find it weird how I got 30 Irish people in my house on Thanksgiving yelling about nonsense while I'm trying to watch football. So if you want to, it's pretty weird. And then I'm thankful that for sports wise that I got to see my team win a Super Bowl in my lifetime.
There you go.
Not especially meeting a lot for Eagles fans who've never won a Super Bowl, to not see that.
Yeah.
It means a lot. So
Dude, 2017 was just a different year, man.
Yeah, I was
that was the first time I've cried tears of joy as an adult.
I cried. I was crying. People are like, "Why are you happy when the Super Bowl?" I'm like, I wasn't crying when we won the Super Bowl. I remember. I think I stubbed my toe like right before the final play.
Oh no, I was purely crying tears of joy. I was at a Bears fan's house. It was
that's gotta be terrible.
It was Bears. It was a bunch of Bears, Giants, and Patriots fans, and one Cowboys fan, but they were all rooting for the Eagles.
That's like a Fanatics commercial?
Yeah, no, it was weird. So like, it was my buddy Ray's friend's house. I knew them pretty well. I was the youngest in the party by at least like 8 years. But they were like all like so nice to me. They were chatting with me and they were talking about everything. And they're like, "Oh my God, your team won." I'm like, "Yeah." And like, it's the first time they won. I'm like, "Yeah." And I'm like, they're like, "Is that why you're crying?" I'm like, "Yeah, I never thought actually you'd experience the Eagles Super Bowl." So
you're like, no.
No, I
I'm not.
I was crying tears of joy because I was having a rough time at that point, and the Eagles were like the one keep my life together. So, God bless that 2017 team, man. Nick Foles, you will always. If I would drive out to the middle of nowhere to rescue Nick Foles if he called me.
I would too.
Yeah, me too. God bless Saint Nick. All right, Kels, one weird tradition and one thing you're thankful for in sports.
So when I used to go out to my dad's for Thanksgiving, we used to use the Zoo Pal paper plates to eat Thanksgiving.
Awesome.
Oink oink Zoo Pals.
It was hilarious. I always shot for getting the monkey face. That was always the one I wanted to get.
I got the
crocodile or the tiger were mine.
Yeah, I had the freaking frog one. I got laughed at.
Yeah, and then sports-wise, thing I'm thankful for is not football, not basketball, not any other current sport, other
Feel
than soccer. Liverpool, number one in the English Premier League by a long shot, and nobody's touching them right now. It's
Yeah,
good feeling.
actually, you know what? I knew that because I have a buddy who's a Tottenham Hotspur fan, former host of the show, my boy Pat Donahue. Shout out. I got an update from him, my boy JQ, about all the English Premier League standings, and I saw Liverpool. I was like, oh shit.
Yep. Currently 8 points clear on top.
Ooh.
I know a
So
lot.
do you guys have to play like a championship game in the Premier League, or just whoever wins the season wins the season?
No, yeah, whoever ends up at the top of the
top of the
table at the end of the season,
Most
that's who wins the
great thing
Premier
ever.
League, and then
The thing about the Prem, it's like you also, if you finish top 4, you also got in-season tournaments like the NBA does with like the FA Cup and
FA
but
Cup
they're
is
actually-
so cool.
they're
FA
actually
Cup's so cool.
yeah, FA Cup gives every club in the land in England a chance.
Yeah.
FA
and
Cup
then-
Champions League's for the top 4.
Yeah, Champions League's the best teams in Europe, which is some of the most exciting football you'll see.
It is really good.
All right. All right. Last but not least, our producer extraordinaire, who we're all thankful for being amazing, Nate. What are you? What is a weird tradition your family has besides the duck? And what is a thing you're thankful for in sports this year?
I don't think we have a weirder, crazy tradition. I think, being, Vietnamese American, it's nice that my family likes to just shift away from the regular turkey and the ham every year and kind of just eat like, Vietnamese food, like the duck or roasted pork or, stuff like that. Yeah, it's super good. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, Vietnamese food's like low key one of my favorites.
Hey, I really appreciate it, man. I'm thankful for that. Thankful to be included in the culture with outstanding food, and we just do that every Thanksgiving instead of the usual ham and stuff like that.
Mhm.
In terms of sports, nothing. I will say one thing I'm thankful for is just the podcast for you guys allowing me to be part of this every week,
buddy.
and then I would also say the college football experience I had for the first time last Saturday, I should say,
Right?
with Cal and Syracuse, first game ever. So I'm thankful for that. But other than
Hey,
that,
listen, we'll get payback for you this weekend. All right.
we appreciate
Cam
that.
Ward's gonna get payback for you.
Hey, tear him up for us, man. Tear him up for
I'm
us.
thankful for Ted Lasso season 4.
Me too.
Oh, that's right. When is that
I'm
coming?
literally keeping my Apple Plus subscription for that specific reason. All right. Also, Shrinking. I heard it was a very funny show with Harrison Ford and Jason Segel. I'm
Shrinking.
gonna watch that this weekend.
Understands it.
All right, gentlemen, ladies, everyone else. That is been the Corner Booth Thanksgiving special. We appreciate you guys for stopping by. Shout out to our sponsors, Canadips, promo code BELLYUP20 for 20% off. SeatGeek, promo code BELLYUP Sports for $20 off your first initial purchase. And Righteous Felon, promo code BELLYUP for 15% off your purchase at checkout. We appreciate all those companies. We appreciate BELLYUP Sports. And we appreciate all of you for stopping by. You can find Kelsey at All Things High Low Sports. They go live every Wednesday at 8 o'clock. Kelsey, you got to go live this week?
Yeah, we got to actually our Thanksgiving draft comes live tomorrow, 8 o'clock.
I am looking forward to this. Look forward to me commenting at least once or twice about 5 or 6 beers deep because it'll be.
Oh, and don't worry, we went 10 deep. So
Oh, wait. Oh, this is pre-recorded?
Yeah.
Oh, boo!
It's
Oh,
pre-recorded, and because DJ's was on a flight, is why it's pre-recorded.
He's in Montana.
Montucky, yes.
Montucky, whatever. Backwards, third over at Red State greatness, whatever.
One of the most
Just gonna
beautiful
go
states
see
to live in.
John
Oh no! Listen, like I honestly am like my cousin lives in Montana right now. I'm honestly trying to plot a trip to go see her.
Just do it.
Anyway, gentlemen, it's been a pleasure as always. Thanksgiving special is here. This show will actually be live on our podcast network feed from Spotify and iTunes. Hopefully by end of tonight, barring any issues with our distributor service. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you stopping by. Happy Thanksgiving from all of us at the Korner Podcast. We will see you guys on Monday, I believe December 2nd, for another episode of Pregame. And yeah, that's it. Appreciate you stopping by. Have a happy Thanksgiving and peace.